know, before YouTube fucked it all up, I had the greatest job in the world, opening for Hypnocast every night.
But then we got the call, and YouTube hammered us for Moxie's tits.
So now I'm jobless and broke with nowhere to go.
Your phone ringing.
Oh,
Your
the phone
ringing.
is ringing.
Big boy, come pick up your phone. How you know pick up your phone? Your phone.
Hello, this is the Gopher. Who is it?
Hello, Gopher. The time is now. Hypnocast Season 3 is here, and we want you back.
Holy shit, boys, we are back in business. That son of a bitch is gonna scream any minute now. Let the show begin.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Probably all agree you can't cut 12-year-old Timmy's cock off.
Yeah. I like how you said cut for like half a second.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's cut and cock, and it came out cuck, and yeah, that's. Whoops! Oh fuck! Oh no! Mistakes were made.
He's been waiting in the shadows patiently.
I just smashed JT the fuck out of this.
Your face is turning red.
Yeah, because I know that the next SNH I'm gonna be fucked.
Oh yeah.
But at least I
With a
won't be
horse
fucked.
cock.
That's an unknown part of the map, so I didn't see it yet. Could I survive if I jump? Nope. Nope. Nope.
America the greatest country in the world?
No.
If you were offered a one-way ticket to leave the country, never come back, but it's all expenses paid, would you accept that offer?
I don't think that I would leave. I wouldn't leave either.
Wow. Oh, I just it's okay. I did that. I took him with me. Oh shit.
Yo.
It's always the black people holding everybody else down.
Time out. All right. You know what? Yeah. I'm going to bed. I'm tired. Tired of this shit. This communist ass game, whatever. This doesn't want
Somebody
me to play.
else got it. You didn't get in.
Yeah, it's just a lot of racism today. All right. Y'all have fun. I'll just continue to watch and cope and see.
Sounds good.
And
All
look
right,
at this motherfucker pretending he's gonna watch more Stranger Things.
Yeah, you know he's gonna watch Stranger Things all day. Either that or like some game or something.
Doesn't mean I don't have my phone next to me. You know?
Watching porn.
That's tomorrow. Okay, bye.
MILF Hunters Part 14.
Now, Hypno, I could have hit you with a shuriken. I opted not to because I'm a good friend.
That's fucked up, you liar. You're a liar. You're an absolute liar. You're a liar. I knew it. Never trust white people.
Thank you, and I would have done it. You could have said thank you, but you said like, yeah,
Because I knew you were gonna do it. Welcome, everybody, to another episode of Hypnocast. That's right, we are live, boys. It's Friday. We are live, we are live, we are live. We're going to dive down the rabbit hole that is known as the internet. But before we do any of that, you got to bring it in close. Come on, guys. It is the end. Well, sort of. It's kind of the end of the week, guys. Come on. It is Friday. It is Friday. It's the day most of us have been waiting for. Get in here. We need to hug it out as we like the stream. Get in here right now because we got a lot that we got to talk about. So before we get into that, you guys already know. If you are watching on YouTube, like the stream. Like it. Like it. Now. If you are watching on Rumble, like the stream. If you are watching on Twitter, like the post. And if you are watching anywhere else right now, you're going to get felted by this winter storm that's going to destroy half the freaking country. Like the stream. Don't let it happen to you. Can I get a mic check, please? Mic check, titty check, balls check. What are we checking, man? What are we checking today? Guys, there is an insane amount of topics that I have today. I have way too many tabs open. I don't know if we're going to be able to get through all of them, but God knows I will try. I absolutely will try. But what else are we checking? Friday check? Absolutely, Marius. It is a Friday. Everybody should be excited. Muddy hiking trails check. That's different. These damn snowstorms. I hate the cold check. Yep, I think a lot of people feel that way. Jeremy says, I know the storm sucks. I'm going to be holed in for 3 days. Oh, man. It's crazy. Prepped and ready, says Zelosi check. Very nice. Very nice. Like the stream check? Thank you. The great gaming reset check. Sprained ankle check. Oh, no. Hope your ankle feels better, ARC. Don't fucking touch me check. Asmongold's evil twin brother check. Smile like a Dota check. Giant snails check. My fate in Fable going down check. You mean your faith? I don't know. I have no idea. Checking for the femboys that need heat for the snowstorm check. Agenda check. Wish listed nights pad check. Take your meds check. Weekend check. Pizza pocket check. I don't hug check. Jesus Christ. Hypno couldn't save. Hey. Hypno couldn't save Chloe. What kind of bullshit is this? Okay. I absolutely saved Chloe. I 100% saved Chloe. I don't know what you're talking about. Okay. I have no idea what you're talking about. That's bullshit. Bullshlaka. I don't believe it. Okay, we don't spread that nonsense here. All right, I saved Chloe. She's fine. All right, she's fine. Check if Chloe is an asshole to Max. She absolutely is, but that's not the point. Okay, I saved her life. All right, Chloe's a bad influence. Check. I absolutely agree. Check if Max is bleeding too much. I'm sure she's fine. She'll sleep it off. Yes, don't fucking touch me. Check. Let me count. Check. Sonia says, oh, that's right. It's Friday. It's Friday, so Sonia's counting all by herself. So all donos. Make sure we overwhelm Sonya a little bit. It makes her feel nice. Replaying BioShock Infinite. You know, I was thinking about getting back into BioShock like a couple of days ago. I don't know why. I just started thinking about Rapture, and I'm like, I just want to get back into BioShock. I remember BioShock being one of those games that I first experienced way back when on like a fully built computer. Like when I finally saved up enough money to get my first really like powerful computer way back when. I remember playing BioShock. That was one of the first games I played, aside from World of Warcraft, which we all know can run on a fucking toaster. But BioShock was one of the first games I played at full max settings. Crazy, man. I'll never forget that shit. Love BioShock. Yeah, man. It's a good game. All right, guys, listen. Our ESG scores are at their maximum. We are fully funded, like the stream. And I've always told you guys, like BioShock always has a special place in my heart, which is why all of my polls always start with "Would you kindly?" It's just a reference back to BioShock. For those of you that didn't know, every single one of my polls always starts with "Would you kindly?" It's because BioShock's amazing. All right, guys, let's do the Big Army roll call. Let's see who is in his chat, man. Who is hanging out with us on this amazing Friday? We got a beautiful Friday, brand new thumbnail style, by the way. I figured YouTube might not like it because it's brand new, so they're going to be like, what are you doing? This is not your live stream thumbnails. But what I'm going to start doing with my live streams is I'm going to separate the thumbnail style from my main videos whenever I go back to making main videos. That way, everybody knows the difference. But the thumbnails for the live streams are going to showcase 3 of the main topics from now on the live stream thumbnails. I feel like that just works out better. You know what I mean? It just works out better. I don't want people to click a live stream thumbnail and think we're only talking about one thing, because unfortunately there are people out there that do that. So I just think it'll work out. Maybe not right away, but I think it'll work out. What's up, Endikai? All right, let's see who's in this chat, man. Who's hanging out with us today? Let me scroll up. We got Rakin Knight over on Rumble. He says, "What's up, bitches? What's going on, Rakin Knight? How you doing, my man? We got to get you on SNH one day. I don't know if you're free, but we got to get you on, dude. If you want, anyway. Nick Havoc. What's going on, Nick Havoc? Matthew with the Hero Prees. What's going on, Matthew? We got Tim Grove, the voice in the water, the Grateful Gamer, Leviathan, a kickin' Danitz. It never gets old. Dan Ocean. What's going on, dude? 07D Smith. Darth Dimos is denying that he's here. That means if you see any chat, any super chat, anything from Darth Dimos, it is not him. He is not here. We got Sonia Lissette. What's up, Sonia? We got D Draconic over on Rumple. Monkey Man 04. What's going on, Monkey Man? We got Marius, Joel Jimenez. We got Burt Dog. We got 17 Crash Gaming. Matthew Watson Screaming. We got Commander Sonot. Felstaff, thank you. I appreciate that. Ron DFK. We got Melodic Method. Karnak Kettrell over on Rumble. Finish strong Friday. Yeah, that's what we're trying to do, man. We're trying to finish strong on this amazing Friday. I appreciate you guys. We got Roger Skelton. We got Black RX 99. We got, let me scroll down, Odin Dark. Okay, bro, 1239. We got Endikai. What's going on, Endikai? We got Matt Stanford. Weenie for Sweeney. Romanizer 24. Moggs E. We got Grimlock. We got Ron DFK. Oliver Adam. We got Ray the Graybeard. We got Antran. Frenchie 07. Raptor Kratos, as my text-to-speech likes to say over on Hypnotic Gaming Live. Every time he super chats, it always says Raptor Kratos. I'm like, why are you saying it so majestically? Like, what is going on here? So now I'm going to do it too. We got Tim Grove. What's up, man? We got Wedge Serif. We got Joseph. We got The Grateful Gamer. We got, let me scroll down, Mr. Melancholy, Prophetic Apathetic, Taffy. What's going on? We got ARC. We got, Rakin Knight says, sadly, you do that on Saturdays, and I'm always working. It's all good, bro. All good, my man. I appreciate you even considering it. We got Alucard. We got Kurakami. We got Common Connection. We got, who else is here? Yamato 85. We got Air Razor X over on Rumble. What's going on, man? We got Felsteph questioning why he's even here. We got the King Joker, Uper 199, Twisted Master, Limitless Andre, Sir Spamalot. All right, boys, 4 more people. Then we got to get on with the show because, man, we got a lot we got to go over. I'm telling you, there is way too many topics today, man. Holy shit. We got Handy. What's going on, Handy? How you doing? We got, let me scroll down, Shinville. We got Belgium Warrior, Trey Burkhalter. What's going on, man? Absolute legend. And then last but not least, we got Wingnut 21. Whatever happened to Hypnotic Claws thing? Unfortunately, it had to get pushed back because, reasons. But no, unfortunately, it had to get pushed back. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait for the next Steam sale, which should be coming up fairly soon. And then that's going to allow me to give out more games than I would if I were to do it right now. Besides, it's probably not a good idea to do it right now. And again, reasons. But anyway, appreciate it. Grateful Gamer for the 3rd shout out. And last but not least, we got Reaper Knight. We got Darkwind 255. We got Dovakin, Dikachu, Lucky Boy, Sonikin, and we got Gray Soul over on Rumble. All right, boys, listen, I called out as many people as I possibly could. Let's sacrifice. And let's see who is going to get the massive money shot today, ladies and gentlemen. Who is it going to be? The Friday money shot. This is the one everybody wants. And I swear to God, if you do it on food again, I'm going to throw you out of the window. In Minecraft, of course. We got Mr. Melancholy saying, booty hole protected by the power of Motoko Kusanagi. No baby oil, no Amber Heard, no Sneeko chair, ×8. You touched me, so take this cactus up your back door. That is fucking violent, bro. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hanny. As we help Hypno find his authentic self, the next Maricon down by 5 will be locked inside Kata's toilet and sit through DSP watching 2 Girls, 1 Cup. Oh my God, bro. Hanny, do you just go for like the extreme? Like the absolute extreme. Holy shit. That is insane. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Leviathan. No Diddy. No who? No Slanesh. No Tazek. No Mercado. Psych barrier. And protected by the pestilence of Grandpapa Nurgle. Go down by 7 and make sure it's nasty and warm. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Holy shit.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit.
Holy shit.
Oh, that's crazy. That's crazy, bro. DJ tagging Sonya saying he'll say it. Oh, no. Oh, no. Well, I'll say this. At least it's not on food. Finally, it's not on food, for fuck's sakes. Congratulations to DJ. You are the recipient of the money shot today.
What the?
Insane, bro. Congratulations, man. Good to see you, DJ. Hope you are doing well. All right, boys, listen, we got a lot we got to talk about. We are going to be covering the craziness that is happening with Knight's Path, okay? We reacted, so it's so funny, right? The other day, we reacted to the trailer for Knight's Path, and we were saying, like, it looks pretty good, right? It looks like a pretty good game. It had a little bit of shortcomings, but for the most part, you know, it's an indie game, so whatever, and, you know, looking forward to it. Obviously, like, right after that, the internet, for some reason, exploded on this game. And it just, the timing is crazy. Where now, I mean, we're talking about millions and millions and millions of views and impressions and everybody trying to pretend like they're canceling this game and all this. It is crazy what is happening with Knight's Path. It really is. I feel like, I don't know, dude. It's just, does anybody feel like this is one, like, incredible timing? I don't know. But we're going to go over as much as we can with Knight's Path. I also reached out to the developers of Knight's Path to see if they would be interested in having a conversation on the stream. It's not something I normally do, but I kind of want to start doing that in 2026. I want to reach out to some indie developers and see if they would be willing to talk about their video game, if it's something that I think the chat would be interested in. So I reached out to them. You know, obviously no guarantee that they'll answer. Highly doubt it, considering they're getting bombarded right now. But yeah, I did reach out to them to see if they'd be willing to talk. But we're going to talk about Knight's Path regardless today. We're going to talk about all the attempted cancellations and the bullshit going on with that game. We're also going to talk about a recent article going over Pocketpair's hiring practices. Because apparently, according to Pocketpair, they will not hire you unless you have some level of gaming history that you can prove. So if you have a level 0 Steam account, you're not going to get hired, basically, according to them. I just find it pretty interesting. So we're going to check that out. And we also are going to talk a little bit about the Marvel Rivals drama. Now, I know a lot of you guys were mentioning this over the last couple of days. I didn't get to cover it because there's so much happening throughout the entire fucking world right now. But apparently, this is like this tournament that was fan ran for $40,000, and these women kicked this guy out of the tournament. All kind. It's fucking, the drama is insane with that. I don't even know where to even begin, but we're going to cover that as well. And then we got an insane amount of fast topics. Like, I don't know how we're going to get through all of them. We got some World of Warcraft news. We got an update on that story that we covered the other day. We got some NVIDIA news. We got some Manor Lords news. We got GOG news. We got, what else? We got High Guard news. We got to talk about High Guard as well. We got an update to the DMCA strike from Cyberpunk with CD Projekt Red with that VR mod. We got an update to that. Crazy story. We also got Ubisoft planning their next round of job cuts that could be up to 2,000 employees. Oh my God, man. We got layoffs with Wildgate. We got some Switch 2 news, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth news. God damn, bro. Oh, we got Dragon Ball news. which is always a good thing too. And we got Mass Effect news. It's a lot of news. So, guys, buckle down. Let's go over the pre-stream legends, and then we're going to get into the content, man. We got Marius starting us off with 1 membership. Thank you so much, Marius. I appreciate that, my guy. We got the Mervoth with a 5. Says, I found out the devs for the new Fable are ditching the alignment morphing, a.k.a. evil horns, for some dumb morality reason. 1 step forward, 2 steps back. I mean, that's kind of sucks. I'm not going to lie to you, but I'm also not surprised. Considering the current climate of the world, yeah, I'm not exactly surprised. Like, a lot of these developers, not all of them are willing to go, do things like that. Even though I don't see any problem with it. I think that's pretty gay if they're doing that. But, it is what it is. We will cover that once it comes. We got Odin Dark with a 2. Gopher employee funds. Thank you. I have to pay the Gopher. The Gopher is very expensive. He charges a lot to show up on Hypnocast. Just for 2 screams. It's crazy. A Kick and Danitz gives 1 membership. Thank you so much, my man. I appreciate that very much. Then we got Speedy Cake with a 10 banger. Says a Saturday morning Hypno stream and some Baldur's Gate 3 so far. My Straya day long weekend is going well. Hey, shout out to you, man. I appreciate you hanging out with us. Thank you so much, bro. You're also in the future, so that's a little weird. Blue Octopussy with a 5 says, so story time. I took the shell off my racing snail, thinking it would make him faster. If anything, it made him more sluggish. When somebody says story time, I think they're being serious. And then all of a sudden, you hit me with a fucking dad joke. It's crazy. Odin Dark with a 222 says, for Sonia. Thank you so much, Odin Dark. I appreciate that. Yes, Sonia, it's a Friday, so Sonia is counting by herself. So make sure to give her a lot of work to do. She likes that. She likes that a lot. Trey Burkhalter with a 212 says, for Sonia, to be continued. Ooh. Trey is threatening Sonia. Uh-oh. Leviath with a 277 for a great Friday. Praise Nurgle and stay warm. Yes, everybody stay warm, man. I was looking at the news regarding that winter storm. That fucking thing is hitting like half the country, supposedly. Again, I don't know if that's, actually what's going to happen. I'm just saying what people are saying. Pretty insane. So definitely stay warm and stay safe and make sure you have all the supplies you need because I don't want nothing to happen to you legendary fucks. You understand? We got Trey Burkhalter with a 253. He says, to be continued. Really? Thank you, Trey. And then for a 562 super mod, to be continued. Are you splitting up multiple... Bro, what do we do? Mr. Melancholy 3 months. Did you hear they want to bring back BioShock as a live service? Yes. If true, you'll know that. Yes. I remember that. I remember covering that, actually. Didn't I cover that a few months ago? I'm almost positive I did. Like, the entire idea... I think I covered that at the same time that I covered the supposed God of War live service bullshit. Like, you guys really were going to turn BioShock and God of War into live service games? Are you insane? What's wrong with you? But yes, I remember that. Thank you for 3 months. Trey Burkhalter with a 691. She will have to be continued. Bro, the trolling is hilarious. Twisted Master with a 269. What the? Thank you, Twisted Master. Trey Burkhalter with an 877. Learn to count faster. Oh, shit. Challenging Sonia. Uh-oh. Oh, that's rough. That's rough. DJ with a 10 says that. AWWW. There you go. Nick Havoc with a 583 says, you've got to hand it to short people. Mostly because they can't reach it themselves. What key can open a door? A turkey. 2-in-1, man. 2-in-1 is crazy. God damn it. Leviath with a membership. Thank you, Leviath. I appreciate that very much. DJ with a 10. And ABF's 50 cal is a fake. You think ABF's 50 cal is a fake? Why? Why are you making fun of ABF's 50 cal, man? How are you going to check if it's fake or not? You're going to go like fire it in his backyard or something? You're going to take a nice long shot? Let me know. Melodic Method with an 867 says, love you, Sonia. Thank you, Melodic Method. I appreciate that. And last but not least is a little scary, guys. We did not get any memberships outside of just one, which means we're not going to have a Kiryu clip for the first time in like 6+ months. But we got K-Styles for 19 months of legendary status. Says, I'm in the middle of the winter weather, but I'm lucky I'm off until Monday. I think a lot of people are probably going to be off from work. I got to imagine that this storm is probably going to fucking like keep most people home. Unless you work in like emergency services, then you would probably obviously be out. But aside from that, most people, I got to imagine. Like, I know there's that meme where you have like the manager who's looking at the snowstorm and they're like, so you're going in, right? You know, I know that exists, but still, it's pretty funny. I hope that most places would allow people to stay home. I don't like the idea of people driving, especially older people, when they have no business being on the road in the first place. But hopefully people can stay home for their own safety. And I got to be real with you. It depends on how much you love your job. Okay, I get it. People, listen. You know, I don't want you to risk your job. But if it's a choice between you risking your life for your job or you staying home for 1 or 2 days to ensure that you stay alive, I got to be real with you. I would say fuck the job, bro. That shit it's such bullshit that they make people do that, you know? Especially in today's world where like working from home is a thing for so many jobs. But again, some jobs don't allow it, so I get it. I totally get it. Just be safe. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Of course, Trey's got to sneak in here, making it right with the 5 membership banger.
Let's fucking go! It's a membership banger!
And considering that is the first one of the stream, you already know what that means. Not gonna lie, man, I was getting scared, man. Kiryu has become a staple of the opener. I was getting worried there for a second. Shout out to Trey. Thank you so much, man. And then at the same time, we're gonna give him credit as well, man. Chief Danye at the same time, just 0.1 seconds slower, gifted 5 memberships as well, like a boss.
Fucking go! It's a membership banger!
Shout out to Chief Danye. Thank you so much, my man. I appreciate that. I appreciate you trying to save Kiryu. Kiryu loves you too, man. We also got, look at this app. Oh my guy, starting us off. He's warming us up. We're warming up for the winter, ladies and gentlemen. Look at this fucking legend, Dark Dimos, with a 99.99 Red Boy Hyper Bang.
Here we go! Mucha lucha! Mucha lucha! It's the way of life! Mucha lucha!
He says, redheads, give them gingers. Damn it, it's cold. Absolutely, Dark Dimos. Which, wait, am I acknowledging you're here? Because remember, you're not here. Am I acknowledging Dark Dimos is here? He said he wasn't here. So who did this red boy come from? Did this red boy come from the void? What's going on here? Where did this come from? I'm scared.
It's a Red Boy Hyper Banger, bitches! Let's bring the ladies in!
Shout out to John Cena, I guess, because it's not it's not Dark Dimos and we can't see him. He's not here, so stop saying his name. Just say it's John Cena. I don't know. Shout out to Darth Dimos. Thank you, bro, for the 99.99. That is the first Red Boy of the stream, starting us off unbelievably strong. I appreciate that, my guy. And then we got Adair Soto with a 5. Today is my day off, but I'm off tomorrow because of winter. That's good, man. Like I said, I hope that a lot more people are off and they don't have to drive in this shit. That's really what it is, man. You got to drive in the ice, you got to drive in all the nonsense, and it's not going to be good. Again, this storm is affecting half the fucking country. It looks like almost half the country. It's crazy. It's unbelievable. DJ with a 432. Count this, Sonia. Damn. DJ be talking so much shit to Sonia in super chats. It's amazing. Sonia must like it. That's probably why he does it. And let's go over to Rumble. Who do we got on Rumble, man? We got Raken Knight with a 5 on Rumble. Anyone else notice a lack of story, adventure, or quest talk in the Fable Dead talk? Not even mentioning good and evil factions that you could join. The game is going to be a shit show. I don't know if it's going to be a shit show, Raken Knight, to be honest with you. I don't know if it's going to be a shit show. I think that there are going to be decent elements to it. But I also think that, unfortunately, since these people don't exactly have a history with working on Fable, that a lot of the Fable-specific things that we are probably looking for in that game are either going to be missing or lackluster. And I think that's going to be probably the bigger issue. I think they'll nail down most of the regular stuff at the bare minimum to make it an interesting playthrough. Hopefully the story's good. But the Fable-specific stuff is what I'm worried about, because Fable's known for a lot of different things, like about, the whole marrying and getting a job and all that shit. So I'm hoping they land that stuff. But considering I'm about to read a story about how they're reversing on the horns and stuff because of some sort of like objective morality, where they don't think being an asshole is objective or whatever. I don't know. I'm gonna read it, but again, I find it to be interesting. So that's really what I'm more so worried about. But we'll get into. We'll talk about it. But I didn't think what I saw yesterday was bad. Personally, I also didn't think it was like the most amazing thing ever. It was slightly above mid for me, which is honestly a better start than I thought Fable would get, considering it's been in development hell for how long now? Anyway, we got Scrap Gamer with a 2. Says, I just saw 2 zombies making on the cemetery. I didn't want to interrupt. They look dead serious. Oh my God, Scrap Gamer. Really? A zombie joke, huh? That's what we're doing? That's what we're doing, Scrap Gamer. I appreciate it, man. Thank you for the 2. And then Raken Knight dropped the 5 membership banger on Rumble.
Let's fucking go! It's a membership banger!
Happy to see memberships being dropped over there on Rumble. We got to spread the membership love over there, man. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate that, Raken Knight. And then we got, look. Oh my God, bro. DJ with the $100 Red Boy Hyper.
Here we go! Mucha lucha! Mucha lucha! It's the way of life! Mucha lucha!
He says, I dislike the pores. And then drops a $100 Red Boy. You know what? Listen, just for DJ, I'm going to play his favorite clip. That's what I'm going to do. DJ, thank you so much for the $100 Red Boy Hyperbanger. This one's for you, my guy.
All right, boys, we got another Red Boy Hyperbanger. Let's bring the ladies in.
Shout out to DJ. Thank you so much for that, my man. I appreciate that. I like how that clip confuses so many people. So many people. Raken Knight says, I would disagree. Visually beautiful game, but when you focus on the marriage or relationship with random town folks and not the actual story and gameplay, it is a huge red flag. Well, so I think that the reason why they did all of that is because they wanted to show that they were at least like supposedly paying attention to Fable fans and what they supposedly want. Because you could talk about gameplay and story at any point, right? But when are you going to talk about the Fable specific stuff? Because they never talked about the Fable specific stuff. Their last couple of trailers, the 1 or 2 trailers they had, never showed you anything that was like super Fable specific. So I think what this was a showcase that was desperately trying to win back at least like the Fable fans, the people that are looking for that stuff. And then in their next showcase, they'll go over story and gameplay. But I got to tell you, the gameplay aspect of it, while it looked visually like okay, bro, the frame rate was terrible. That trailer was fucking awful. It was really bad. I don't know if you guys caught that. I was trying to talk about that in the reaction yesterday, but it was so bad. Like the game was struggling to run at 30 FPS, and that was when barely anything was happening on the screen. It was like people were just walking around and the fucking frames were dropping. And then the moment combat happened, oh, forget about it. The frames were like non-existent. It's like, dude, how are you showing that? You know, hard to tell on stream. Well, I usually I know StreamYard sucks, so I get it. But I normally try to tell people when the lag they're looking at is inherent or if it's StreamYards. And for that particular trailer, it was absolutely inherent, you know? So I don't know. I think that showcase, I think that's what they were aiming for. I think they were trying to desperately get, you know, Fable fans to be like, hey, you know, guys, we're totally making a Fable here. Hey, look at all these Fable things. Look, you could kick a fucking chicken again. You know, I think they were trying to go for that. And then they're hoping that their next showcase will have more people involved, and then they'll give you more story details or whatever. So, but yes, I know. And I really feel like I'm spot on when I say that the character creator was 100% added on. I know some people disagree with that, but the way that they didn't show it before, they never mentioned it. It's very bare minimum. It's only facial changes. And not only that, the males walk like females. So it shows me that you really didn't have much of this plan beforehand. You kind of put it all together, you know? But anyway, thank you, bro. Look at this guy, man. 16-bit dude with $100 Red Boy hype. Here we go! Mucha lucha, mucha lucha. It's the way of life. Mucha lucha. Shout out to 16-bit dude. He says, how about we warm up the chat with some Latinas? This is why 16-bit dude is fucking base, bro. This is why he's base. He knows what the chat wants. He knows what the chat wants. Let's make it happen.
Okay, everyone, we got another Red Boy hyper banger. Let's bring the ladies in.
Apparently we hit tier 2. I didn't even see when that happened, but everybody was spamming the chat, so I'm going to take Sonia's word for it. She knows how to count. Thank you, everybody, for helping us hit tier 2 and tier 1 in a row. You guys are absolute legends. That is 545 tier 1s in a row and 237 tier 2s in a row. Unbelievable, man. Thank you, 16-bit dude, for the third Red Boy of the stream. 2 away from 5 gold. That's crazy, man. Mage Wolf 7 months says, bruh. Thank you, Mage Wolf. Gray Soul for a 5. I have to make an apology, my fellow Gooners. I was one of the ones who really pushed for Goblin Girls. I should have referred Hypno to R34 Goblin Girls. Why do I feel like that's a bad idea? Thank you. I appreciate it. Leviathan with a 277. So DJ Thirst for Filthy Xenos. He needs Nurgle. DJ definitely thirsts for something. The Grateful Gamer for 18 months says, gotta pay it forward. Thanks, bigots. Happy New Year, Hypno and Sonia. Remember, a bigot chooses, determinedly online obeys. Hey, shout out to the Grateful Gamer. 18 months is crazy, bro. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate it. And then last but not least, over on Rumble, we got Dead Eyes Lock with $1. Says independent women can save the world their oyster, but they damn sure are not the pearl in the middle for honest men. Damn, that statement is fucking deep, bro. Holy shit. What a deep fucking statement that was. Thank you, man. I appreciate that, Dead Eyes Lock. Hey, Omega Level Stoner, what's going on, bro? How you doing? All right, guys, you ready to get to the content, man? I'll be ready. We're going to try to bang out these fast topics, man, because we got so much to go over. So strap in, get your popcorn. You got your drinks ready? Come on, don't you got your fucking hot cocoa? I know half of you are probably fucking cold. Not all of you are in California. Don't lie to me. Don't lie to me. It's cold as shit. All right, boys, fast topics. We're going to speed run through these, all right? Here we go. First one up. Ladies and gentlemen, we got a story from the future, which I find to be a little bit odd, but whatever, anyway. Let me exit this out. There we go. So for those of you that play Fortnite, which is probably only Cult Classic Cage, Overwatch and Fortnite are apparently going to be having a collaboration, which means you can now play Tracer completely flat in 2 different games, other than just the main game. Apparently, the collaboration is dropping in a few months. It's claimed. And this is coming from Fortnite creator Sheena, who recently shared more news about the upcoming collaborations. In a YouTube video, they revealed that not only will Derpy from K-pop Demon Hunters be coming to the game as a sidekick, but there will also be a collaboration bringing Overwatch content into Fortnite. They said that it's about to go live within 3 months' time. So good for you guys who play Fortnite. Ooze says Overwatch is still relevant. Apparently relevant enough to get a collaboration in Fortnite, or keyword cheap enough, right? It could be cheap enough for all we know. So, but for those of you to play Fortnite, I just want you to know that because, well, it's my job to tell you the news for the day. Adair Soto with a 5. Senator Ted Cruz just left Texas to run away from the winter. I'm not surprised. Normally, the politicians who say they love their state, they leave their state to go experience something better, normally. Remember when AOC was like, oh, shit. Yeah, I remember. Remember when AOC was like, oh, you guys need to mask up. You guys need to stop going to dinners. You guys need to stop doing all these things and mask up and stay indoors and protect grandma and all that shit. Remember that? And then she was caught having fucking dinner with no mask on, by the way, in Florida or some shit. Remember that? What a joke, bro. What an absolute fucking joke that was. I was like, dude, wow. Why am I not surprised? You know, it's always do as I say, not as I do, that kind of a thing, of course. But yeah, Fortnite is going to have that collaboration. All right, next up, we got, again, fast topics, guys. We're burning through them. We got EA is seeking a production director for the new Mass Effect. Ladies and gentlemen, the new Mass Effect, I truthfully, and I told you guys this many times before, the new Mass Effect is going to be the make or break for BioWare. Absolutely is going to be the make or break for BioWare. This is it. This is their last stand. Newsom did the same thing. I know he did. Where he like rented out an entire diner or something for himself, and then they all hung out there maskless or whatever. Yeah, fuck them. Anyway, they're seeking a production director for the new Mass Effect. Now, again, I've told you guys this many times before. I truly believe this is their last stand. I think they need to go all out with Mass Effect. If BioWare, for some reason, does not bang on this game, BioWare is going to bang themselves right out of the gaming industry. EA is hoping the new Mass Effect production director has 10 plus years of experience on AAA titles, deep ARPG and RPG knowledge, and proven team building. We are looking for a production director with a passion for Mass Effect universe to serve as a high impact leader on our next Mass Effect title. You will partner closely with creative leadership, studio teams, and internal and external partners to champion the game's vision and ensure its execution at the highest quality bar. Honestly, guys, considering that we have all of these other Mass Effect style space video games coming out soon, like Exodus, for example, or what is the other one? Osiris or something like that. Considering that there's actual competition now that is coming out before Mass Effect, the new game, even comes out, they can't just be a good Mass Effect. They got to go above and beyond. They have to wow people at this point because BioWare has lost so many players that if they don't wow people, it's going to be too late, especially after the debacle of Veilguard. I understand those are two different fan bases. I get it. But the Mass Effect series has been dormant for quite some time. So if you don't wow people, I think it's going to be a really big problem for you. And you have to. You have to get, like, Mass Effect has to do some crazy fucking numbers, I think, for EA to want to keep BioWare around for another round. You know, especially now that the Saudis are buying them out. Yeah, they're going to look at this shit like, this company hasn't made you money in over 10 years. Why are we keeping them around? You know, so we'll see. But they are looking for a production director. So there's that. Let me X that out. A new Dragon Ball game, ladies and gentlemen. I think we spoke about this a couple of months ago, about the potential for a new Dragon Ball game early 2026. Well, apparently we're getting a new Dragon Ball game announcement arriving this month, and the month is almost over. So we should be getting a new Dragon Ball announcement any day now, hopefully. Apparently it's going to be unveiled on January 25th, 2026 at the Genkida Matsuri event in Japan. A lot of updates have been arriving recently in the Dragon Ball game space, with all the recent titles receiving some form of new DLC. We have already been informed that Sparking Zero devs have another DLC in the works. Guys, Sparking Zero is so impressive in how much actual content that the game continues to get. I really am surprised at how supported this game is. Even Fighter Z is also supported for a long period of time. It's really impressive. And now it's been revealed that a new Dragon Ball game will be announced in the same exact window. This is going to be for their 40th anniversary event. At the Dragon Ball Genkida Matsuri event, all the latest content and major new announcements about Dragon Ball titles will be revealed. The voice of Son Goku, Masako Nozawa, will also be making an appearance at the event. Interested readers can tune into the event via their YouTube live stream. I'll probably watch that, to be honest with you. What time is it? What time is this? January 25th. Okay. I'm gonna bookmark this so that I have it. I'm probably gonna watch it. But yeah, I'm excited, man. I do you guys think it's gonna be more of like an arena fighter like Sparking Zero, or is it gonna be like a 2D side scroller like Fighter Z? Or maybe it's not even a fighting game at all. Maybe they're gonna do another form of like adventure game. They might do a super based adventure game. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. I'm excited though. You can never go wrong with a Dragon Ball game. I mean, you could, but hopefully you don't. Dragon Ball RPG. You think it'd be an RPG? That would be crazy. That would be so crazy. I would lose my shit. Yes, we need an RPG. We absolutely need an RPG. Dragon Ball Z racing game. What the fuck are you going to race on? You flying? Maybe like Kakarot set during Super. That's what I was thinking. Like maybe like an RPG, but set in the Super, or at least you can go up to Super. PS5 Recon says Kakarot's still getting milked with DLC 3 years later. It's crazy, bro. I will admit that the Dragon Ball franchises get so much support. It really is mind-blowing. When you have all these other video games that'll end support after like a year, the Dragon Ball games are like, yep, no, we're gonna keep going. Kakarot on the OG timeline, maybe. Goku and Vegeta went to driving school that one time. That's true. Can you imagine if they made like a Sonic Racing Crossworlds kind of game or Mario Kart kind of game, but with Dragon Ball? How funny would that be? I think that would be pretty amazing, to be honest with you. But yeah, we're going to find out in 2 days. So once we find out, you obviously know that I will be talking about it because I love Dragon Ball. Can never go wrong with Dragon Ball. Yo, Grateful Gamer 5 membership. Shout out to you,
Let's fucking go! It's a membership banger!
Thank you so much, the Grateful Gamer. I appreciate the 5 memberships, my guy. Thank you so much. Mr. Melancholy with a 2 says Ted Cruz also ditched us in 21 for Cancun. Sounds like it's a habit then. It's definitely a habit. All right, let's X out of this. We're going to be going into the... Let's see, where is it at? Okay, I got Switch topics, okay? Switch 2 topics. First, number 1, Final Fantasy VII. In case you guys don't know, Final Fantasy VII, the remake, has officially launched on Nintendo Switch 2. And now Final Fantasy VII Rebirth is apparently promising gameplay that will be similar to other platforms. Now, you guys know that I do not believe this, right? in the slightest. I do not believe this whatsoever. It's not that I'm critical of the Switch 2. It's just that I want people to understand that when it comes to the Nintendo Switch, nobody is ever expecting a Switch to be a graphical powerhouse. And I don't like the way that they're marketing these games to make it seem as if it is, right? I feel like you're being a little misleading by promising people that this game is going to have the same gameplay experience when we all know that it's not going to, right? It's not going to have the same gameplay experience. It's not going to run at the same fidelity. We already saw the screenshots. They were vastly different, right, between both games. So I really don't like the way that they're marketing this because I feel like it's really giving off that false perception of like, yeah, the game is going to run similar to other platforms. But that word similar could be abused big time, No, they wouldn't mislead anyone, would they? Yeah, I know, right? Sarcastically. But I mean, listen, at the end of the day, some people only want the Nintendo Switch, and that's fine. I do appreciate that the Switch is at least dabbling in third party more this go than any other go before, but I just don't like the way they're marketing it. That's really it. Okay, bro says I'm actually trying to play through Final Fantasy VII Remake again. Still don't get why it gets the hate that it does. It gets the hate that it does from the OG fans of the OG game that don't like the way that the story was changed. That's basically it. That's where a lot of the hate come from, especially since the way that it was marketed. I understand the word remake is in there, but truth be told, when people see Final Fantasy VII Remake, they're immediately thinking that they're going to get something similar to what they experienced before, just with some modern graphics and whatnot. But obviously, we got something completely different for the most part. So, but the game was made not for the OG fans, in my opinion. Not anymore. I mean, it might have been marketed like that for the first one, but after that, I was like, okay, so this is not for the OG fans then. This is for new people. Like, you're trying to tell a new story. You want new people. Okay, whatever. I also think they kind of fractured the player base a little bit because now all you have is people who are arguing between new fans and old fans. So I don't know. It is what it is. So anyway, not only do I have this for the Nintendo Switch 2, but also apparently, and guys, keep in mind what we talked about earlier in the stream, apparently Fable is apparently in consideration for the Switch 2. Guys, there is no way. There's just no way. There's absolutely no way. Guys, this fucking game struggled to run on whatever it was running on during the showcase, which I'm assuming was probably an Xbox. But you mean to tell me that it was struggling in the trailer and somehow this game is going to release on the Switch 2? Hell no, bro. Hell no, bro. That's not happening. You never heard of Fable? You should play the older ones. They're really good. This is a joke? No, it's not a joke. It's not a joke. And keep in mind, there were some games recently. Hold on. Let me look it up really quick. Games canceled. There were some games recently that got canceled for the Switch 2 because they just couldn't do it. Oh, Borderlands 4 got delayed indefinitely for the Nintendo Switch 2 because of fears of concerns over performance. What else got canceled? There was a couple of games that got canceled. Let me see. I thought there was another one. I guess I can't find it quickly. I should have had this up by the time. But I know Borderlands was definitely one of them. Borderlands 4 was one of them. So if Borderlands 4 canceled itself due to concerns over performance, I really can't say that this is going to be able to run on the Switch 2, to be honest with you. But listen, they're going to try. Oh, Elden Ring? Did Elden Ring get canceled? No. Didn't Elden Ring no. Hades. Didn't Elden Ring come out on the Switch 2? Or did it get canceled? I thought it came out. Let me look up Elden Ring 2 Switch 2. Tarnished Edition. Oh, it got delayed to 2026 due to the need for additional performance optimization. Oh, that's right. It got delayed because they had to play with the performance some more because it was running like shit. Yeah, that's right. That's right. So Borderlands 4 got delayed for performance issues on Switch, and then Elden Ring got delayed for performance issues on Switch. Oh, man. And you mean to tell me Fable is going to run on this shit? Listen, if there's one thing that Fable did right in that showcase yesterday, it was the visuals. The visuals were unbelievable. right? So I don't know how this game is going to run on the Switch 2 without sacrificing a lot. Timebound Howler said, did you ever play the Fable Journey? The shitty... No, I did not. I never played the Connect game. Never played the Connect game. I never liked the Connect. Yeah, I don't think this is going to happen. But hey, if you want to try, by all means, you can try. I think that you're definitely asking for a lot here. Chloe Marlowe says Lego Batman is definitely getting delayed too. You know what's crazy? Lego Batman actually looks good, even for like a supposed Lego game. I think it looks really good, visually speaking, and also the animations. The combat system is very similar to Arkham. But I think the game looks really fucking good. But I don't think it'll get delayed on the Switch. I think the Switch should absolutely be able to play it. It'll probably play it at 30 FPS or 60 FPS with worse graphics, which is crazy. Imagine having to do worse graphics in a Lego game. Crazy. But anyway, it'll be upscaled so much, it'll be fuzzy as hell. That's what I think is going to happen for sure. But that's what also looked like it was happening with Final Fantasy, because when you looked at the screenshots for Final Fantasy, they were trying to say, oh, it looks the same. But then when you look at the Switch version, you can literally see the fucking pixels, bro. That's how upscaled it was. You could see the pixels. It didn't look great at all. Chloe says, looks good, but the hardware requirements are outrageous. Yeah, I'm sure it is, which means that they're probably over relying most likely on DLSS or something like that. Look up Lego Batman's PC requirements. They're outrageous. I'll check it out later because I got to go through these fast topics quickly, but I'm sure it is. The problem is that a lot of games now, PC requirements are insane because these developers have an over-reliance on AI frames. They have an over-reliance on DLSS and fake frames and all that shit. And they're using that to say, hey, our game runs amazing, So anyway, we got another story. Wildgate developer Moonshot. Now, we've covered Wildgate a couple of times. And it's funny, every time we do cover them, it's just about layoffs because that's really all they're known for. Wildgate developer Moonshot confirms even more layoffs again in their latest video game developer to confirm the layoffs as announced by its parent company, Dreamhaven. The undisclosed number of layoffs comes after the sci-fi shooter struggled in the month following its July 2025 release. Everybody's saying who? So Wildgate was supposed to be that, I think it's an extraction shooter. Let me look it up on SteamDB really quick. It was supposed to be like this extraction shooter or something like that in space. And we saw the trailer before and we were like, kind of looks bad. And then the game came out and like nobody's playing it. So let's look at the numbers. Yeah, I mean, what a fall off. Holy shit, what a fall off. If you look at these numbers, I mean, this is going to explain exactly why they are laying off people over and over and over again. I mean, it's pretty obvious at this point. Like after a certain point, you kind of have to talk business, right? This is absolutely business, right? 6 months ago, the game released at 7,799 concurrent players. It now has 61 people playing the game in 24 hours after 6 months. The game, I mean, by the end of August, the game lost pretty much almost 7,000 concurrent players. So the game lost the majority of their player base in 1 month's time. Or two months. No, it came out late July. So let's say 2.5 months. 2.5 months, it lost almost its entire player base and it never recovered. The only time it almost recovered was when they gave it away for free on November 2025, and that only managed to get 752 concurrent players. That's crazy. 752 concurrent players on a free weekend. Yep, that's rough. That's rough. So I'm not surprised that they're experiencing layoffs. Just kind of how it is, I guess. Speaking of layoffs, we got to cover Ubisoft. So Ubisoft, as you guys know, we covered Ubisoft many times before over the past few days because they've been firing people left and right. Ubisoft, however, is not done. Ubisoft is doing a massive restructuring of their company. And this is after all of their major successes of Assassin's Creed Shadows, the #1 game in the galaxy. Star Wars Outlaws, the #1 game in the Western Hemisphere. What other? What was it? Skull and Bones, the Quad A game that sold millions upon millions upon millions upon millions upon millions of imaginary copies. Well, now it seems like we got some trouble here, right? So Not only have they fired thousands of people, not only have they closed at this point dozens of studios, it seems like. But apparently that's not going to be it. Apparently Ubisoft's next cost-cutting measure could see another 2,000 jobs lost from Ubisoft. They announced it yesterday that it's part of a massive restructuring, and it's made headlines all across the industry for canceling projects, closing down studios, and delaying projects. But one of the biggest announcements for the most part has been overlooked by many. Talking about the human impact of the recent restructuring and recently announced cost-cutting measures aimed to save the publisher an additional 200 million euros by the end of March of 2028, which could result in thousands of more developers losing their jobs. So, I mean, it's crazy. We are in 2026, right? 2024 really started the whole massive layoffs in the gaming industry. 2025 saw that through completely. And 2026 is still delivering. That means think about it, guys. We are now 2+ years into massive layoffs all throughout the gaming industry, and it's still not over. It's still not over. It's actually probably going to get worse, which means there was so much in this industry that was bloated, right? Over budgeted, that they're still trying to fire as many people as possible to get themselves within whatever budget they need to be in. 200 million euros is a lot of fucking money. So that's going to be a lot of people. And I don't know if the majority of that's going to come from one particular studio or maybe like half and half of another. I don't know. But at this point, it is a lot. According to Ubisoft, this will be the third and final phase of its cost cutting and will end by March 2028. Ubisoft is still going through its second phase, which started 4 years ago and was a 300 million euro cost cutting measure. Oh my God, bro. At the end of the day, they're going to be almost at a 1 billion. Like right now, they're going to be at about 500 million with these two phases. I don't know what they did with the first phase, but that's a lot of money, dude. Yeah, this is pretty crazy. I'm not going to lie to you. So it says in that time, Ubisoft has decreased its headcount from 20,729 developers to 17,097 as of September 2025. A reduction of 3,632 developers. This comes from Ubisoft London, Osaka, San Francisco, Leamington, Halifax, and Stockholm have all closed their doors completely. More layoffs at the company will also be announced on February 12th of 2026. Wow, dude. So they closed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 studios down. Massive studios, by the way. Osaka, I don't think was that big, but Ubisoft London, San Francisco, Leamington, Stockholm, it's pretty big. That's pretty big. So, wow. I mean, at this point, there's going to be more. There's going to be more. And you know what's funny? All the people who were like, I guess on social media trying to say the chuds are just, hating on Ubisoft. Ubisoft's doing fine. Assassin's Creed Shadows was a major success. It owned the chuds, whatever you want to say. I think it's pretty clear that that's not what happened. I think it's pretty clear that Ubisoft, even if Assassin's Creed Shadows broke even, as I said many months ago, breaking even was not going to be enough. Shadows had to be a major hit, like major hit. Otherwise, they're going to be in massive trouble. And it just wasn't. It just wasn't, right? As much as you want to say that it was the best game in the entire galaxy, it just wasn't. The numbers don't lie. Like the company, unfortunately, just made way too many bad decisions. You could talk about DEI, you could talk about all that, but truthfully, they made way too many bad financial decisions that they can't return from. They can't come around from that. So it's unfortunate, but it is what it is. It's unfortunate that they have leadership that chose to do everything except for run the show properly, really utilize their budget properly, not overspend, and then eventually now these developers are going to be out of a job. And basically choose to do all this bullshit other than focus on making games that people actually wanted. So while they were so focused on making these bullshit RPG elements in Assassin's Creed that a lot of people hate or are annoyed by because they force you to try to like buy in-game microtransactions in a full single-player game, by the way, they could have been doing so much more. So it is what it is, Ubisoft. Sorry to see that. Oh, by the way, apparently, let me see if I find it. Hold on. Apparently, according to Twitter, Let me see. Let's see. According to Twitter, so Ubisoft, the layoffs are so bad. The layoffs are so bad at Ubisoft that apparently developers over there are choosing to leave early, right? Like they're just, it's bad, right? So I don't know if this is true. Again, this is from Pirate Nation, but I just want to show you because I just find it, I kind of believe it only given how the situation is right now. I kind of do believe it. Hold on. Nope, wrong one. Shit. Hold on. My bad. Wrong one. That's the whole. There we go. This one right here. I kind of do believe it. So, Tom Henderson reports that Ubisoft's internal communication channels are flooded with employees openly shaming upper management and demanding serious change. The latest restructuring was the breaking point. After years of mismanagement, talent is already leaving in large numbers. Even before the next round of layoffs begin, the company is rotting from the inside while leadership remains oblivious. Right? So this ain't looking good. This ain't looking good, boys. This is clearly showing that there is a disconnect between the developers and a disconnect between like the executives and management or whatever. And if you look here, guys, so this is the US side of things. They also have a Euro side of things. It's a little, a little higher. I think it's like $8, 8 euros or something. But it is now official that at the time of this screenshot, the Ubisoft stock on the US side of things is officially under $1. It's under $1. I mean, again, can I say that again? It's under $1. One. I mean, wow. Like, wow. Right? So is my prediction going to come true? What I've been saying for the longest time, which is Tencent knows exactly what they're doing, bro. Tencent knew from the beginning what they're doing. For all the people who were like, "Oh, Ubisoft is going to be saved by Tencent. They got saved by this 1 point whatever billion dollar investment. Ubisoft is saved. The chuds got owned. The company, bro. It's under $1, bro. Tencent knows exactly what they were doing. And I guarantee you, after all these cost-cutting measures are done, we're going to see the announcement of Tencent fully owning Ubisoft. It's only a matter of time. They're going to have all of their IPs that they actually want, which is Assassin's Creed, Rainbow Six, and what the fuck was the other one? Far Cry. They want those franchises, and they're going to get it at the cheap because they knew to bide their time, and it's all coming to fruition. Tencent absolutely is going to win in the end of the day. I know this is AI, but this is fucking accurate. I know it's AI, but it is accurate as fuck. I'm sure. So we'll see what ends up happening with this, but bro, $1 stock. I can't get over that. It's not even $1. It's 0.910. It's bad, man. Hey, listen, but at least you own the chuds on Twitter, right? At least you got that ratio on Grums. You felted him. That was funny. But at least you got that. So when you go under and Tencent owes you, you can tell your new Chinese overlords about how you ratioed somebody on X. That's definitely gonna help your cause. Your company might be worth more if you tell them you ratioed somebody on X, you know? It's crazy, bro. Unbelievable. Anyway. All right, let me X out. Yeah, this is a crazy story. Let me X out of this. Man, under $1. That's fucking insane, bro. All right. Let's talk about a follow-up story. Okay. We got a follow-up story to the DMCA situation that's happening with Cyberpunk and CD Projekt Red And the person who made the VR mod, which I believe his name is something Ross. I think it's Luke Ross or something like that. So we have a follow-up to that story. And it's crazy. It's a crazy one. Apparently, the creator of the DMCA Cyberpunk VR mod has decided to pack up his bags and go home. He has decided that he is going to delete the mod completely, and he is not going to allow the mod to be available for any video game whatsoever, and has decided to just take it all down. Right? He took it all down. This is a fucking crazy story, right? So he removed access to all of his VR mods after receiving a second DMCA takedown from 505 Games and a warning from Patreon itself. So even Patreon got involved in this nonsense, right? So now, after receiving a second DMC notice from publisher 505 Games over his VR conversion for the game Ghost Runner, Ross has opted for the nuclear option and removed access to all 40 plus of his VR mods from his Patreon rather than distribute them for free. He said, due to DMCA notices received from CD Projekt and 505 Games, I am forced to temporarily pause the Patreon page. Sets a disclaimer on the About page of Ross's Patreon. You can still subscribe if you want to support me, but be advised that for the moment, there will be no benefits available. No access to the 40 plus mods or detailed information about my VR conversions until the legal situation clears out. Guys, wow. So that's kind of fucked, right? That's just a little bit fucked. What I will say is this is crazy because like CD Projekt Red gave him the option to keep it up for free and accept donations, which I think people absolutely would have donated for it if he allowed that. But he said, I'd rather have nothing than have something, which is wild to me. Like, I think that's really wild. If you're just going to nuke your entire fucking thing, that's kind of crazy, especially when people are paying you on Patreon. People are paying you on Patreon to have access to this stuff, and you are now taking down access to everything in one shot. That's pretty fucking greedy. You know, that's pretty fucked up, I think, in my opinion. Right? So, yeah, that's some capitalist corpo move. Yeah, that's like killing a franchise that has a lot of life just because you don't know how to make money with it. It sounds like it's about his ego. Maybe. On Reddit, users have shared an email that was supposedly sent out yesterday to Ross's Patreon subscribers. To give you an idea of the tone, the alleged email summarizes the last week of the Cyberpunk mod controversy as the haters of VR and defenders of some God-given right to free mods for commercial games found me guilty and sentenced us to be punished by taking away what we had worked for. So, that's cool. The email explains that receiving a second DMCA takedown from 505 triggered a warning from Patreon, who informed Ross that it will terminate accounts that are subject of repeated compliant notifications of copyright infringement, and that he must avoid posting material that will subject your account to further claims of copyright infringement. Ross doesn't blame Patreon for complying with the Ghost Runner DMCA because DMCA law is carefully worded to give infinite power to big companies who only need to write on a slip of paper that they believe that their copyright has been infringed, which to its credit isn't exactly disproven by the itchy DMCA trigger fingers that major companies have brandished over the years. But again, they've shown willingness to leave modders alone as long as they aren't directly receiving payments for modding the company's software. So again, he can make money from donations. And he's choosing to say, fuck it, I'm not going to take some money. I want all the money. And if I can't have all the money, then you guys can't have anything. Like that's kind of how this is. And I don't know, bro. That's really fucked up, dude. That's really fucked up, especially for the people that have been subscribed to you for a long time. There's people that have been supporting his Patreon for a long time. So he's just completely taking it all away. Yeah, bruised ego, maybe. I think, listen, from what I understand, I'm not going to pretend to know this guy because, again, I don't follow the modding scene. But every time I hear this guy come up in some sort of story, it's always him just kind of having a little bit of a melty melt. He's kind of having a little bit of a meltdown. And it's always some sort of problem. So I don't know, man. At this point, I feel bad for the Patreon supporters. I think that they're not, they paid all this money to have access and now they lose access, but he keeps the money, Oh man, Cass says I know him. Yeah, I know. You usually say a lot about him in the chat. So, but that's the follow up to this story. So now it's over. It's over. There's no VR mods from him anywhere. So there's that. Okay, let's continue. We got. Oh man, can we talk about High Guard real quick? Let's talk about High Guard. High Guard, ladies and gentlemen, has reared its ugly head. Remember how we said High Guard was gone? Remember how we said High Guard was like nobody was saying anything about High Guard? It was kind of like in the MIA, right? Well, apparently that's not true anymore. High Guard is officially going to show its face, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, they are going to show their face, and they are going to show exactly what they've been cooking up. And you know when they're going to show it? You know when they're finally going to get people hyped for this game? When the game releases. So apparently they are going to be releasing a new gameplay deep dive. They're going to release a gameplay deep dive, and they're going to tell you about their year one plans and so much more next week when the game comes out. That's when they're going to show you all of this stuff. So they're not even going to show you what they're cooking up until the game actually releases. After weeks of determined, frankly, kind of weird silence, the High Guard machine has suddenly sputtered to life to promise that all will be revealed on the 26th, which, for the record, is the game's release date. Tune in on Monday, January 26th at 10 a.m. Pacific for the High Guard launch showcase. Bro, what the fuck? So you're going to wait until your game releases before you try to get people hyped for this game? Why have you been quiet this whole time? It's just really weird. High Guard's been a strange one. It appeared out of nowhere in the coveted One More Thing slot at the Game Awards 2025 with a trailer that, being blunt, did not knock my socks off. I was far from the only one who felt that way. The general consensus in the immediate aftermath of the show seemed to be, why was that the final reveal? It was afterwards that things got weird. Instead of following up with a better look at the game or even just vague promises that it'll be good, developer Wildlight Entertainment went stone silent. And they stayed that way. Even the High Guard Steam page remains a bare-bones shell with nothing more than system requirements and a 2-line description of the game, unchanged when it was first revealed. Bro, super sus. Now, here's the thing. High Guard's free-to-play, right? So I feel like being free-to-play, you're naturally going to get a lot of people that are going to check it out. Especially out of curiosity, they're going to want to see if the game's actually bad. And by removing that price point entry fee, that makes it very easy for people to just download the game and see if it's bad, right? So I think they're banking on that. I think they're banking on the controversy. I think they were banking on people talking bad about the game and spreading a bad message about the game so that they could try to get some free downloads from it. It would be one thing if the game was $40. At that point, it's not going to work for them. But since the game is free, I think they're trying to bank on that. Now, I don't know if that's going to work for them. I guess time's going to tell. But I will say that it is highly suspicious that you are showing your first ever gameplay trailer after the Game Awards on the day that you release your game, leaving zero time for anybody to get hyped for this game whatsoever. I just find it to be really weird. So we'll see what ends up happening with this game. I have no plans to play this game, although I'm sure, Kata and those guys are going to try to drag me to play this game. But I don't know. I can't wait to see what they got. I can't wait to see what this January 26th trailer or whatever is going to be. We'll see. We'll see how this goes. So anyway, that's High Guard. High Guard is back from the dead. Developer Pocketpair. This is an interesting story. Pocketpair has apparently on their job requirements, the Palworld developer Pocketpair requires job applicants to prove their gamer credentials, saying if the number of Steam games played is 0, we basically pass on them. We want our colleagues to play indie games that are only available on Steam. That is amazing. I love it. I love to see it. You might then think that they could be sneaky and use someone else's Steam account to big up your play history. Wrong again. Mizobi explains in the interview, we asked him to explain the game mechanics of the titles. They rank high in their Steam playtime. why they think those specific mechanics were adopted, and what makes that title stand out when compared to other games in the same genre. Wait, so you actually interview game developers as gamers? No way. What, you're not asking them what their pronouns are, what their politics are, their left wing, right wing, whatever? You're not asking them that? You're asking them about the games that they played? What kind of sus fucking studio is this? This is sus. No, I'm just kidding. Ultimately, he says that Pocketpair is recruiting game creators who are true Steam gamers, going on to explain that the company wants its developers to be playing indie games that are only available on Steam. That's a sign of a true gamer, I suppose. Bro, that is amazing. Can I give a cheer for that one? Pocketpair's head of publishing, John Buckley, backs up the CEO's statement, saying, so hilariously true. When I first joined, I was grilled if I knew games like Slay the Spire. Pocketpair is a company that is truly built by gamers, and our CEO is very adamant to keep it that way. A luxury we have because we're 100% independent. The power of an indie studio that has actual money. Isn't it amazing what they're capable of? It's crazy. Good for them. And you can kind of see that that's true, the way that they handle the company, because every time we watch videos on Pocketpair and you look at the people who are talking, it's pretty obvious they're fucking nerds, right? It's pretty obvious they're gamers. So you love to see it. I love to see it. All right. Let's out of that. Let me skip this one. Let me skip the Mandalore story. It's fine. I kind of want to get into... Guys, really quick. Remember how we talked about Blizzard and the World of Warcraft transmog being super expensive? Like $2,000 per set or whatever. Remember that? We were talking about that yesterday. Well, apparently it's already been changed. Apparently, in less than 1 week, Blizzard has sliced WoW's transmog costs in half after players were upset to bring them more in line with what the prices were prior. So they completely changed it. We were just talking about this yesterday. They completely changed it and they cut the cost by half. So I'm sure that's going to make people happy, hopefully. So if you're a World of Warcraft player, and we were talking about this the other day, now it's going to be half the cost. So there you go. Just want to follow up on that so that you guys see that. And okay, so now we got the Marvel Rival story and we got the Nightpath story. Let's talk about the Nightpath story first. Okay, so Nightpaths, we talked about this the other day. Okay. And I mean, holy shit. I honestly, bro, we reacted to this trailer. We reacted to this trailer the other day, and within like 24 hours, the world exploded around Nightpath, right? The world exploded for like, I don't even know what reasons the world exploded. We're going to go through all of it, okay? So here is the thing that set people off, which, by the way, the ratio is not in the favor of the people who are trying to cancel this game. But the tweet that set everybody off was this one from Nightpath. Almost 6 million views on this fucking tweet. We care about gaming and fun, not modern agendas. Okay? Now, this particular tweet went crazy. Where the LGBTQ mafia came out of nowhere and they started to try to cancel this game. Now, what are they responding to? Well, they're responding to this post right here. Let me show you really quick. Where Nightpath says, introducing Amelie, one of the female characters you could form a romantic relationship with in the game. Real simple, right? Short, simple. Bro, she's not even showing like titties, nothing. Nothing. It's literally just a face. Highly detailed, by the way. Nice job on that. But still, that's literally it. It's not like, and it's crazy because you'll have people in the comments, they'll be like, oh, you're just making this for gooners. How are you making this for gooners, bro? There is nothing showing here other than the face, you know? But anyway, people are just going to say what they want to say. So they introduced this character, and the question was from... Bro, look at this account, bro. This has to be a troll. 5 followers. This has to be a troll. This is a troll account. You can tell it's a troll account. Blue-haired AI picture. She, him, smash the patriarchy, one tweet at a time. Intersectional feminist, anti-capitalist, mom to 3 cats, hex your ex, anti-theist, bro. This is 100%. This is either a bot or this is a troll. Okay, but regardless, they said, "I hope you'll have some LGBTQ representation in the game." That should have been obvious that this shit is an absolute like bait. It's a bait post. We all know it's a bait post. Anyway, that's a troll. So then they responded and they said, "We care about gaming and fun, not modern agendas." Again, simple, right? Super simple response. Dan Vaz says wish listed. Kata says already was getting it, now definitely getting it and doing a giveaway. Jay Viper says sold. X-Wing says based wish listing. Mr. Philip Chan, you know his ass is pre-ordering that game. We got Demogenized saying based. Again. That's funny. Again, so really simple, right? Really simple, straight to the point. Well, people didn't like that. Okay, people, oh man, they are not happy. You got some screenshots here from Pirate Nation saying after the developers introduced a heterosexual female romance option, a user asked about gay representation and received a reply, "We care about fun, not modern genders." Since then, critics have been spreading manipulated images from Steam, claiming the game was made with AI, amongst other things. So this is why, like, I don't get these people. It's one thing to be upset. It's another thing to be spreading lies just because you're upset. That's when it becomes ridiculous, right? That's when it becomes, okay, well, you clearly have an agenda. You can't sit here and say you have no agenda, and then you're willing to spread lies about a company because it doesn't do what you want them to do. You know, this is very clearly a witch hunt. But anyway, you have a post here. Where is it at? So follow games that uses AI. And by the way, they have openly made statements against this. If you look here, where the fuck is it? They had posted that they don't use AI, but I can't find it. Anyway, indie game Knight's Path has reached 1.8 million views since posting their gameplay trailer yesterday. Developer are completely shocked. Yeah, bro, they're going major viral. They're going major viral from this. Sir, another reason to buy Knight's Path. Just try. Oh, here we go. Okay, so here's some hate. Look at this. Jiggle physics, yes or no? Oh, yes. They're angry at that too. They're actually angry at that too, by the way. Think about that. This game is not worth any attention because apparently it has jiggle physics, and that is worthy of being angry. I'm gonna buy this game at full price if solely to piss you people off. This is gonna be the indie version of Hogwarts Legacy. You know that, right? That's exactly what's gonna happen here. This is gonna be the indie version of Hogwarts Legacy, where you're gonna have people that are going to be buying 1 copy, 2 copy, 3 copies, just because they want to felt these people. That's really what they're going to be doing here. I do not care what you spend your money on, so then why did you tell people that this game is not worth any attention? I will not remember you after today. Your money is better spent elsewhere on things like gifts for your friends or family. What? Bro, what's wrong with you? We will be buying it. Oh, does this anime have fan service? I don't like fan service. It's real wet. Oh man, gender is defined at birth, by the way. Oh, well, that settles it. I'm pre-ordering, bro. This is going to get Streisand affected so crazy. It's not even funny. And to be honest with you, it kind of already is. And if you look at this, look at this. What is this? Wholesome meme in case anyone needed it. Hey, Ada, your game is released on a march against Crimson Desert. Unfortunately, start some Twitter shit. See. We're going to talk about this game in a second, by the way. This game is called, what is it? 1348 Ex Voto? Something like that. So, it's amazing to me how brazenly you people just lie. You don't support games made for you. You don't buy anything. Your games keep failing. Your devs keep going bankrupt. And you accuse us of what you're guilty of. You literally use Hitler's big lie tactic. Responding to a post from this person. Who is this? I don't even know who this is. Did I block them? Who is this? I don't even know who this is. I've looked at your gameplay. It looks horrendous. Famously, the anti-agenda. It is not the anti-agenda. What are you talking about? The gameplay looks solid. It obviously needs work, but it's an indie game. Yeah, this is a great comparison. Look. Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
Holy shit.
Oh, my God. That's rough. R.I.P. Saints Row, man. Saints Row didn't deserve that, man. Saints Row, man. Why'd they have to modernize Saints Row? That's so sad. Yep, that looks about right. For the Gooners, for the modern audience. Yep, that looks about right. Crazy. So sad. What a difference. You're guessing it's going to be $40? Maybe. So, yeah, I mean, if you go through... I mean, I was scrolling through this for a while. If you go through this, it is crazy. 99% of Knight's Path content is about him sword fighting moves, historical armor, and other narrative in the game. But posting one time about a female character is what it takes to get people like Paul to say something about it. Oh, Paul Tassi actually said something? I'm not surprised, bro. Yeah, because these guys, again, they don't fucking care about these games, bro. Paul Tassi is an industry... like a AAA industry advocate. He needs the AAA industry. Of course, he's not going to talk about this unless it's controversial. And then he'll talk about it. You know, so it's crazy, but this is just where we're at. I feel like every 3 months now, there's some new medieval game positioning itself like this. What is wrong with how it positioned itself? Will you be able to play as a dude in this game? Yes. Like what is wrong with how they position? I don't get it. What is so bad with saying introducing Amelie, one of the female characters you can form a romantic relationship with? How is this like considered controversial? So if she was like, okay, if she had blue hair and was ugly, you would be telling us that there's no agenda. So now that they put out a regular ass girl. Now, all of a sudden, there's an agenda. Bro, they didn't even say anything. All they said was, hey, meet this character. That's it. Terminally online behavior. Yeah, it's very clear, bro, that the people that swear that they want others to just talk about video games. Just talk about video games. Why are you so negative? Just talk about video games. We're the ones actually talking about video games, and these people are waiting for the moment of the next controversy. It's crazy, bro. Like, what the fuck? Because, again, keep in mind, I reacted to Knight's Path before I even knew about this shit. I reacted to Knight's Path. We looked at it together. We checked out the gameplay. We did all of that before I even knew about this drama. This drama exploded literally within 24 hours after reacting to it. Crazy, bro. What the fuck is wrong with people? I think establishing they're making a game for making a game's sake and not adding things for virtue. But, again, that's crazy, Kata, because they didn't even say that here. They didn't even say that. What? How do you like characters to be represented visually in RPGs? What's wrong with them asking that? I don't understand. I don't get what's wrong with them asking that. It's crazy. It's sad that only indie devs can actually speak their mind. Sure, the mentally ill will hound you guys to no end now, but at least you're able to say what's on everybody's minds now. Please do not cave to the loud minority of extremely mentally ill people. Yeah, I don't think they're going to. I think it's pretty obvious that they have no plans to do so. Which you can clearly see based off how they're reacting to it, right? So let's go to Nightpad's page. Okay. Let's go to Nightpad's page. And they said the following. Thank you, everyone. Seeing Knight's Path being talked about everywhere, carried forward by the algorithm and reaching so many people is something we never even dared to imagine. Thank you to everyone who has wishlisted the game. It truly means the world to us. Now we're back to what actually matters, working on the game and the promised playable demo, which is exactly what they should be doing. 100%. I think that this game looks pretty good. Again, we looked at the gameplay. I do think they have some work that they have to do, but I think it's shaping up to be a smaller scope epic adventure, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I think it could be definitely a solid entry, and hopefully the game is successful enough that they could get the money to truly invest in this game and make it something even crazier. Because the combat, the armor, everything looks pretty solid. And I think if they continue down this path, it's going to be even better. But now, talking about this game means that other people are going to take opportunity, which this is where it really gets funny, okay? So people are taking opportunity to try to utilize this game for their own, utilize the Nightpad's drama for their own agenda, whatever that may be, okay? Check this out. So if you have a post here from someone called Marshall Bohemond, Well, the developers of this game are already being politically toxic to advertise themselves. If you look at 1348X Volto, don't forget to wishlist and note the release date of your modern agenda. Wow. Wow. So now we have 1348X Voto basically saying without saying that, hey, come buy our game because, you know, we're the modern agenda, whatever they are. Of course they are, right? And it says the vow has been made. The quest begins. Meet Bianca. 1348X Voto releases March 12, 2026. So I have never actually seen this trailer. So I said, you know what? Let's check out this trailer. I want to see, because bro, this picture's crazy. Okay. With all due respect, this picture's fucking insane. I have to see this trailer. I have not seen it. So we are going to react to it together. And we're going to check out what is going on with 1348X Voto and why they feel like they should be utilizing the drama of another game to try to push their own game. So let's see what we got going. It's only a minute 33 seconds long, so it's not that long. Here we go.
That's not fair. The world is not fair. Oh, my noble knight Erin, would thou aid this fair damsel to rise?
Bianca, where have they taken you?
Okay. Right off the bat. I'm not going to say that the combat looked bad here because I haven't seen enough of it yet. But what I will say is that immediately Knight's Path looks way more realistic and more caring about supposed history than whatever I'm seeing here. Which, again, fine. Like, if that's not what this is supposed to be, if this is not supposed to be historically accurate or whatever, okay. I mean, just don't market yourself as such, but that's fine. But the combat looked way better in Knight's Path than it did here, in my opinion. This looked like your typical arcade combat, which, again, may not be a bad thing, but I need to see more. Okay, let me shut up.
Bianca, you are all that is left to me.
So, you're the young knight who's brought chaos to this camp.
I seek word of a young postulant. She was kidnapped from my town by your men. You murder. You kidnap. I take no pleasure in bloodshed, yet your actions demand it.
When the pestilence came, he turned his back on us all. Do you have any idea how hard it is to feed a family, little lord?
I swore an oath of justice.
Do you believe I enjoy doing the things I've done?
Bro, who gave this girl her haircut, bro? Sincerely, who gave... It's obviously a girl. I don't want to hear this non-binary... Like, who gave this girl a haircut? Whoever did needs to be fired. Sincerely. Like, what the fuck were they... What were they thinking? What is going on here?
Trust me.
Now, I see a lot of people comparing this character to Joan of Arc, which I feel like is a really fucking that is a really insulting comparison. But you know, whatever. I got to tell you, this is their release trailer, and I am nowhere near as interested in this one as I am with Knight's Path, which is fine because not every game is going to be for me. I get that. Visually speaking, textures are muddy here, which is crazy because in Knight's Path it was super detailed. And again, that's an indie game. Like, who's making this game? 13. Let me see. Who is making 1348X Volto? Upcoming third-person cinematic adventure developed by an Italian studio, Said Leo, and published by Dear Villagers. Okay, I never heard of these people. I have no idea. I wonder if this game is like, what is this considered? Indie, AA? I mean, probably AA, right? I don't think this is AAA. They said in an interview that the character was inspired by Joan of Arc. You mean John of Arc at this point? Like, what the fuck? What is the haircut? Very curious about this. Double A at best. They're indie too. Are they indie? I don't know. Regardless, here's what I'll say. Again, and we could just for comparison, to be fair, to be fair, we could watch the Knight's Path. We could watch the Knight's Path trailer again. This is not their release trailer. That was their release trailer for the other game. This is not their release trailer. This is just a pre-alpha footage or whatever. Yeah. Oh, look at the... Again, this is pre-alpha. Look at the detail. It's crazy. The detail is insane. Now, there was one scene in 1348X Volta that looked good when she was looking in the background and you saw like the castle, whatever. That looked good. But the first initial shots, all the textures were super muddy. I don't know if it's because it was a cutscene. Maybe because it was a cutscene and not gameplay. This is clearly gameplay, the character walking around. The combat is so much more weighty. So much more weighty. Obviously, the wyvern being the shocking part of the trailer that I still can't believe is in there. So that's pretty awesome. Yeah, no, the animations are good. The sound effects are good. Everything feels like a nice weighted attack. And that's what you want when you're playing something medieval, you know? Especially if you're a fully armored fucking warrior. You're clearly going to want that kind of sound effects and those kind of weights to your hits. Oh Man Cat says that haircut was popular at the time. Well, fuck that time. Popular for men. Yeah, she's not a man. So there you go. But I understand you trying to do the whole Joan of Arc thing, look like a man, whatever. I get it. Regardless, again, both of these games can exist, and I don't understand why 1348X Volta is going to try to utilize the drama surrounding Knight's Path to try to bolster themselves. That seems like a really fucking weak way to try to make your game look better or bigger than it actually is. So just based off that alone, I think that's bullshit. And I hope that Knight's Path gets all the success that they deserve. I really do, because this game looks badass. I'm excited for it. And like I said, I reached out to the developers to see if they would be willing to talk on stream. Even if they're not, doesn't matter to me. This game looks fucking top tier, and I can't wait to see more. So we shall see what happens with that. Let me catch up on supers really quick. We got Odin Dark with a 269. I'm so successful, I celebrated via mass layoffs. Sounds like Ubisoft, for sure. DJ with a 1031. What about the Masters of the Universe trailer? I'm cautiously optimistic. You know, I've never seen it. I've never seen it. I haven't seen the Masters of the Universe trailer. I saw pictures being spread around on Twitter, but I haven't actually seen the trailer. Again, if it's not gaming related, I'm so out of the loop. DJ with another 10. Knight's Path, I will be buying and gifting because Sonia's mom thinks I shouldn't, so I will. Also, F the reviews. This shit looks dope as hell. Oh, it does, 100%. I think. And also, keep in mind, guys, this game 100% is going to get review bombed. They're going to try to, and they're going to fail. Just like they tried with all the other games we covered, right? Where they tried to review bomb the games. They failed. Even what was the game called from Artur? Arclash, Soulash, whatever. Yeah, Soulash. Yeah, Soulash. They tried to review bomb that game, and they got felted by people countering those bad reviews. So no matter what they do, it just doesn't work for them. Not surprised. But thank you for the double 10. I appreciate that. Okay, last but not least, let's talk about the Marvel Rivals drama. This shit is crazy. I'm not even gonna be able to cover every little thing about this because there is just so much to cover. Before we do that, let me just show off gifted games really quick. Shout out to these legends for gifting games to the channel. We got Crazy Ed, who gifted this during during Life is Strange, a game from your indie showcase. And since you're Warhammer 40k fan, check out song YouTube We Sail in the Emperor's Light by EBM Hate and he gifted the 18th Attic Paranormal Anomaly Hunting Game. This game looked so cool. This is the one that I think your camera, like everything is through your camera, kind of like Fatal Frame in a way. Your camera is your weapon or something like that. So shout out to Crazy Ed, man. I look forward to playing that game. And then Chief says, now you're in timeout, and gifted timeout. Thank you. It's a fast-paced deck building team strategy game. Thank you so much, bro. I appreciate that. I can't accept them here. I got to accept them behind these scenes because for some reason it doesn't work on the browser. All right, let's go over the Marvel Rivals drama. Thank you again for the gifted games, guys. Where do I even begin with this Marvel Rivals drama? Seriously. Hold on. On Rumble, we got... I think we had 2 donos. I just missed them. Hold on. Deadeye's Lock with $1. Flatline so bad and Ironheart couldn't rejuvenate their life support back. That is true. Ubisoft is not recovering very well. Torinol with $1 says, so Ubisoft now is a proper penny stock and investments will be highly speculative. Pretty much. At least on the US side of things. So, we'll see. Radoka actually just dropped some information and says, Hypno 1348 is 25 USD. Not as impressive as Night Pass, but it could be okay at that price. Okay. Fine. I can see it at that. If the game is $25, I don't think that's... I think that's okay. That's fine. They could do whatever bullshit they want, and we'll see how successful they are at that price point. The market's going to decide. I also hope that Knight's Path is around that price, if not cheaper, obviously. But, yeah. All right. We'll see. That's not bad. $25 is not bad. Also, so are we going to talk about this profile picture or like what's going on here? What's going on here? What's going on? That's insane. That is insane. Thank you, Radoka. I appreciate that. All right, so so the Marvel Rival story is just I don't even know where to even begin with this. This is just crazy. So the Marvel Rivals esports community was embroiled in new drama over the weekend after a streamer tournament that was originally put on to celebrate and show off the addition of Deadpool to the roster went completely wrong. The $40,000 tournament, which was hosted by Basim ZB, started getting traction after Kingsman 265, the top-ranked Magic player, revealed that he was wrongfully kicked out of the competition. His crime? Simply asking a teammate to change off Black Widow and to pick a character better suited for the comp that they were likely to come up against. And may I just add that Kingsman asked very nicely as well, much nicer than I would have if there was a prize money on the line. The response to his request wasn't as nice, though. The team lead Cece, alongside the Widow main Zaza and Kingsman duo Lucy, piled on him, making fun of the fact that he wanted to try in the tournament and then attacking his character in now leaked messages. It was also revealed that Zaza's boyfriend was the one who got Kingsman kicked from the competition after sending over an embellished evidence document to Basim. Wow. And that's just the beginning. That's just like, bro, that's like... Holy shit. That's just the beginning of it. So we had 3 girls, I'm assuming 3 girls, and 1 boyfriend that were kind of ringleading this whole thing and decided to jump on this guy for whatever reason. All in all, it was a pretty shitty thing to watch unfold, but the universe has seemingly righted itself, which it barely does, so that's a win, I guess. As Kingsman has been cleared of any wrongdoing by Basim. I was never on that team, Basim says during a stream. If I could go back in time, I shouldn't have kicked anybody. I should have just let it play out. I should not, as the tournament organizer, I should not have stepped in regardless of what anyone was saying. I absolutely made the wrong decision. I've been saying that for the last 4 days, but on that team, they knew what was going on the whole time and nobody said anything. It's so fucked. Kingsman has also received a massive amount of support from the community, getting flooded with new viewers, $3,000 from 1 fan, and a massive amount of subs. I open up the stream and I see 5,000 people. Kingsman says during a stream, how do I filter the chat for subs? I've never had to do that before. That is awesome. You love to see that. Kingsman was even sent a Marvel Rivals unit from the developers. The Marvel Rivals devs just gave me units so I could purchase magic skins. There is no way that is real. No way. He got so much support, in fact, that Kingsman has now resorted to asking the community to stop sending him money. I had to preface this. Please stop giving me money. I think 3 people have sent me 500. This is ridiculous. You have to stop. I've already made more than the $3,000 I would have for winning first place in the tournament. So stop giving me money. Thank you guys so much for all the gifted subs, but you have to stop. This is way too much. It's certainly not a bad problem to have, but it's still nice to see some Twitch subs going to good use. Send him money. Send him money. Because that is so fucked. That is, yeah, this drama is a whole ass anime arc. That is so fucked, bro. Because it clearly shows that there is, and again, there's more like information to this whole situation. Let me see if I can pull it up really quick. Hold on. There's more information to this whole fucking nonsense. Let me scroll up really quick. So I think Madam Savvy ended up posting about this. I think. Let me just double check. Yeah, she did. So Madam Savvy ended up posting about this. If you look at this, she says, hold on. Right here. Let me scroll. Let me go right here, right here. There you go. Okay. She says, oh no, Cece, I thought you were taking time off from the internet. Why are you deleting past tweets? Cece, let me tell something to you. I am terminally online. I go back and check posts. I implore you to not delete things as a virtue signaler because I really don't appreciate it. You make me look bad by deleting things I retweet to allow others to see full context. You see, Cece, if you start doing that, you motivate me to take 5 more minutes to look up your other predictable buzzwords. I don't think you want to spend all day cleaning your timeline, do you? Virtue signaling is so hard, but can't stand by any of it. What happened, Cece? Gonna cry? Gonna call me toxic? Link below are a few more interesting tweets from man-hating Cece. So, I mean, deleted. All men are liars. That's what I'm saying. You're just a hater. I do hate men. Yeah. All men really are the same. I mean, but to be fair, don't a lot of women say this? Like, I feel like a lot of women say this shit. They all go through this arc of like, we hate men. Some of them stay in that arc. Others get out of the arc, but they all kind of like stay in that arc. Men are never able to take no for an answer. What, bro? What are we going on? Here is a second one. That is reinforcement no, or perhaps you'll want a third and then deletes it. Why am I not surprised? I genuinely hate men. Jesus, how many times did she say she hate men? What the fuck? And then I think she made another post where we have here from Madam Savvy. I do hate men. And she says, we know, linking the thread. Then the thread gets deleted. But Savvy, if she only said it once before, that was just a joke. All right, dear future Anon, who actually hadn't asked this one yet on the first one I quote tweeted. Here's the second one. And then there's a third that'll show right after that. And she deleted all of them. She deleted every single one. Jesus. I wonder what she thinks of men. Yeah, I wonder. I wonder what she thinks of men. Does she hate men? Does she like men? Who really knows? And then you have this here. Madam Savvy posted, emotions are high and I've learned when to step away. Wait, what? So anyway, I decided to dig into CC person because I didn't know who she was and I have no idea how talentless idiots can join tournaments, but it looks like she's the epitome of a DEI plant. She had participated in the Game Changers thing, basically for women and marginalized genders. I already didn't like her virtue signaling BS, but come on now, really? You virtue signaled so hard for years and it paid off with that and a free triple too, but was it really worth it to be here today being a piece of excrement? Wow. So this goes back. This goes way back. Empire says, I see so many tweets saying that women are okay with this. We aren't, but we are silenced by the companies who run tournaments, so we can't say anything directly without punishment. And then CC says, what exactly is your point here? That trans women aren't women? That your underperformance isn't because of your lack of ability, but an outside factor, which isn't true? There are cis women who easily outperform the ones you question. It's one thing to speak on integrity of competition, to have valid concern over how players are validated, and if they're lying. But to disrespectfully discredit a player's hard work and simply sum it up as something superficial is rude. They're not the reason why you suck. Oh my God, bro. Wow. Yeah, I mean, listen, at this point, this Marvel Rivals drama, it's actually kind of sad because this was supposed to bolster the community. This was supposed to celebrate something that was happening in the game, obviously with Deadpool's release and whatnot, and it just turned into this fucking E high school drama. Like, why even do all this for? What the fuck is what the fuck is the point of this? You know? So I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say that I'm happy that the streamer that got kicked out is getting his due diligence because, well, that's just the proper thing, right? I mean, if you're going to treat people like shit for whatever odd reason, oh, this is his video. Hold on.
I was kicked out from a $40,000 streamer tournament. If you guys do not know, Basm ZB is hosting a tournament called the Deadpool Creator Cup, and it's where 48 creators are all coming together in order to show Deadpool and play the new season for a cash prize of $40,000, sponsored by NetEase, and I was removed from it. Now, I know this is not my typical style of videos, but for this video, I just need to show exactly what happened and how absolutely insane what actually happened.
This is an hour-long video, by the way. An hour and 16. I'm going to link this in the chat. I just want to listen to the first beginning of it.
And I am prefacing this video. Do not harass anybody you see in this video. If you go to their stream and you harass them or hate or say anything to any of them, I will ban you from my stream. Do not do that. I've been saying this throughout
Listen to him. Don't do that.
the entirety since the start of the tournament, and I will continue to say so. I'm starting this video with what happened yesterday, so you guys can see it from the average perspective of a viewer coming into my stream at that time, from someone who hasn't seen any of the previous days. I'm also going to show the drafting day, and if you want to see the first scrimmage day as well, go take a look at all the VODs. They are currently up on my Twitch channel if you want to see the full thing for yourself at Kingston265_Twitch. But without further ado, here is the video.
Yo, DC, can we like full tryhard for these scrims? Like Giga tryhard, treat it like it's like the real tournament, please? Because we need to like, no, I mean like hard comm and shit. Like I want to focus. Like I need to win this shit. Can we do that, please?
Yeah, I got you.
All right.
Bro, that girl don't give a that girl don't give a fuck, bro. She's like, yeah, sure, sure. Because she's not there for any reason other than the obvious, you know? Holy shit.
Who's our sub, by the way? Because Big Puffer's not going to be here, right? Is anybody else coming? Do they remember?
Puffer's not coming.
Huh? I know Puffer's not coming. I'll go on Lucy's channel and be like, we got scrums.
Oh my god, yeah, I do have scrims.
Okay, she just totally forgot that we had.
Oh my god, she forgot she has scrims, bro. Oh. See, here's the thing, man. You got one guy on the team who clearly fucking cares, and he's surrounded by women on the team that seemingly don't fucking care. They don't care. Like, if the girl forgot she has scrims, you really think she cares, bro? Probably not. Oh my god. Scrims are scrimmages. You don't know what a scrim is? Man, I feel old now. Scrims are like practice rounds. You guys get together, like Counter-Strike clans. We used to fucking scrim all the time. We would do practice rounds, and it's basically just practice rounds, training to get better. That's all.
Scrims. Okay, we're all here. Now, is Spencer's team here? Why, Kimbaru, why are you watching my stream? Literally watching my fucking stream, commenting in the chat, bro. I could ask in the server, maybe somebody's like, can talk about, somebody else wants to scrim or something. Another ask,
I'm down to honestly just run quick play so that we can like go again.
Yeah, we can, I guess, bro. I mean, I feel
it would be better, but like we don't have. I don't think everyone can play.
I can go on a GM account. I have a GM account. I can log into the Nuzlocke account, right?
My placement.
Wait. If we're a 6-stack with mics, we should totally be playing. Is everybody in here GM?
I've done 1. I was predicted GM 3, and then I played.
Is he playing with only girls? Is that what I'm seeing right now? Is he playing with only girls?
With a Deadpool player.
Can Diamond 1 queue with GMs?
Yeah. I had a Diamond 2 on my.
All right, let me log into my other account and we can do that as practice. I feel bad though for Fumi, because Fumi's a sub, right? We don't need to, unless it's his main and he wants to rank up, but I don't want to waste his time, you know, because he's. All right, bet.
Yeah, we just need practice because.
What the hell is my Nuzlocke password?
I low-key think Puffer is also busy tomorrow, so like.
Bro. Puffer is selling.
Yeah, a little bit longer.
Oh, it's my PC account. Oh, and I just leaked the alt account's email. Balaram! Good thing it's the alt account. You invite hits space can hits hits space can hit scan with a space.
Than like other teams. Like I think
Yeah.
Stay Widow.
Oh
It's
wait!
gonna be hard,
Oh my
but
god!
you can like get a Mantis. You can get like a Mantis, Deadpool.
Zaza is cooking. Everybody's doubting her because she's literally she was 16 in Casey's life. Thank you, Zaza.
I was literally 1 HP.
But if you can have like a Widow as a solo DPS, like you're gonna need.
Then we have no front line.
No, bro.
No. Like I can run. Well, I don't know.
Well, I could hear the complaining about Black Widow already. So this was happening for quite a bit, I imagine.
About your other player that's not here, but like I could run Deadpool for the practice. I played him for like 10 hours in the early access.
Oh damn. Another point, guys.
Opening my door again.
Holy.
Is that only 1 round?
No, there was 2 rounds, bro. Listen, guys, it's important to have this stuff down pat before the tournament. We need to know our solid composition. What do we do?
Our solid composition is her on the freaking Black Widow. Then
Bro, if that is your win con, we will automatically lose. You cannot have that as a win condition.
You have the worst mindset, bro.
I'm telling the truth.
No, you're not, because you don't know.
I do know.
Never,
Bro.
like, if the game comes down to one person being win condition, we're gonna lose no matter
It is not one person being.
Isn't he the #1 Magic's player for Marvel Rivals? How are you gonna tell him he doesn't know? What, bro? Like, they're like, oh, you're messing up the vibes, bro. You don't know, bro. Like, what? What do you mean he doesn't know? Of course he knows. That's crazy, bro. He's the #1 in the world? Oh, man.
The win condition, it is a fact that we have to revolve the comp around one person. If that is the case...
Play your character. What do you mean? You're still able to play Magic. She's just gonna be on Black Widow. That doesn't change anything, right? Like, the difference between Bucky Hook is that...
Okay, so what's the difference between a 5v6 and a 6v6? Are you going to tell me?
I will play triple support to make you happy. If there's 3 people diving Zaza, that means there's 3 people in our backline on Zaza.
They are going to explode Zaza in 0.2 seconds and then go on our supports.
They're not.
They are.
That's not how it works.
That is how it works.
Why are you doubting her this much, though? Like,
I'm not doubting her. You are misunderstanding. You're misunderstanding. I have played Widow. I played Widow. I have like 20 hours on her.
If we were to remove Black Widow from the comp and go Bucky or whatever, they're still gonna dive as hard. And
yes, but if we have Bucky, they are going to get shit on so hard.
Well, either play Bucky, so.
Wait.
And Bucky is so simple, though. That's the thing. It takes 5 seconds to learn.
I think that she's Widow is like what she's best at. You're saddling her on a character.
Exactly. But even if she's not that good on the character gets 200% more value than Widow. Regardless, you could be dog shit on Bucky and get way. No, it is true. It is true.
I'm on Deadpool right now. You think I'm getting 200%? No, because I'm not.
Because you're on Deadpool.
Okay,
you're on support pool.
You want to go triple and I could play support pool?
Do you know how hard it's going to be if we fight Snake Case and he has 2,000 HP? Then we have no main. I am the only other DPS.
See, so I get, listen, oh my God, I know this feeling so bad. Right? So I used to play games, like I try to be decently competitive. I've never been like, fucking like this guy. But when I get competitive about a game, the moment I feel like people on my team are not trying to be equally as competitive, if we're all jumping in on a competitive scene, it's one thing if we're playing casually It's another thing if we're all jumping in competitively and genuinely trying to win. But if you are just completely just unwilling to listen to any player feedback whatsoever, why are you on a fucking team? You should just be playing solos at that point, right? Like, how are you playing for money? Like, because that's what they're doing. They're playing for money. You guys are playing for money, and the communication is like non-existent. And you could tell from what he's saying that he knows what the fuck he's talking about. Not that he's right about everything, but like you could tell that he knows what he's talking about. And the only answers they have are like, why are you doubting her? Let her play what she wants. Like, it's all vibe coded shit. You know, it's all vibe coded stuff. Like, you have facts and you have vibe coded. And this is, their rebuttals are all vibe coded. None of it is based in, they're not saying, oh, well, we could do Black Widow because this skill will help us and all that stuff, and it'll help us counter their comp. None of that's happening. It's all just, why are you doubting this girl? Why are you doubting her Black Widow? You know, it's so gay, bro. I'm just gonna listen to like a minute or two, and then that's it.
I know what he's arguing about, bro. He wants Valor just off of Black Widow.
I just want main damage. I want frontline damage. If we don't have frontline pressure, we will
I already
lose.
said I will play triple support if he needed.
That's not frontline pressure. That's not what I'm saying. Triple is another issue.
Before you attack, get ready.
The triple is good, but like the solo DPS Widow isn't.
It's impossible. Why not?
Because I'm not swapping over Black Widow.
Okay, then we lost the tournament. GG, go next. That's literally how it works.
I don't want to get it's not happening, bro.
Oh my god, I just gotta talk about this fucking conversation now.
Nah, bro. And just gonna make another video of it for sure.
Yeah, you're. No, this is an important conversation. This is an important conversation to have before a $40,000 tournament, bro. Very important.
You're gonna have to revolve a 2-2-2 comp around like her being the win condition. Like,
and that's gonna be really hard. Really hard. Especially if Snake Case and Greg are on the enemy team.
Look, if it goes bad,
All right, let's lock in right now. Snake Case is on the enemy team in clips. Let's lock in.
I didn't mean to do that. That was honestly on me. I dashed in there. Come on, guys. I'm not. Okay.
Yeah. You're gonna play this. We're playing some split. That's what makes it difficult.
Yeah. Wait. Do you know how to do the B-hop? If you maelstrom, you fail because they buffed it.
Disappear!
They don't have spider gun.
They're gonna force Luna probably. That's my guess.
I'm showing them the card.
I think she's gonna withdraw it.
Come on.
I am ready to put on a show!
Kill it, Snoop.
They're not portaling. They're not portaling.
I'm just saying purely for the composition, like Bucky or something that can peel for the sports, if you're getting permadove like that, is better. Because Widow is so frail and so squishy, and I know this because I've gone against every Black Widow, #1 Black Widow, all of them, and you run full dive in a top elo, you just dive her and you explode her like a bug. That's just what happens.
Pause.
That's such a good point. You're so right about that, and we're still gonna play Widow. I don't.
Did you upvote every?
Bro, you see what I'm saying, man? Oh my, I can't because you now you're being sarcastic. Now you're clearly like you're not serious about this. You're not serious about this. Like she's saying, I understand. You make a good point. Obviously, she's being sarcastic. But she's like, I understand you're making a good point, but I'm still gonna play Widow. It's like, what? Are you serious? Oh my god, bro. Yeah, and they're laughing at him. They're laughing. It's because they feel confident in numbers. That's really what it's about, right? So it's like a fucking pack of hyenas. They feel confident in numbers, and they're all, they're all vibe coded. They're all about the feels. They're all about the vibes, right? So as long as they feel good about it, then that's basically it. They're not there to win. Yeah, they're not there to win at all. They're there to just say that they took part in the competition and that they were important enough to take part in the competition. That's really it. For them, they care more about the clout than they care about winning. And he absolutely took that shit seriously, as he should. As he should. A $40,000 tournament. You guys were saying he said he could use the money for college. That's pretty fucking important. That's so fucked up, dude. That's unbelievably fucked up.
Yeah, you gotta accept that they're gonna force Widow. Okay. mean, there's a workaround. Like, you just gotta make a good comp around her.
Okay, so should I play Mantis then? We play Loki, Loki, Mantis, Gambit.
No, stop.
Magic.
I think
Your
we just
magic
accept
is good.
that, like
We will have a dive tank to dive with you. You
What
know
is
what I
the-
mean?
But yell at me
What is-
or else I'll miss all my shots. Yeah, a dick. That's all.
What does the other tank play? Like, what dive tank does he play? You can run like an Angela Magic. You can run Gambit. Honestly,
well, they're running another one.
Gambit just
right back in there, bro.
Gambit
All
counters.
right, what I'm gonna do
Venom,
is
so, like,
I'm gonna pause this because it's a long video. If you guys want to watch it, you're more than welcome to. I think I've seen everything that I need to see regarding this situation. You know, it's all too familiar. Back in my day, like I remember experiencing this in World of Warcraft arenas. Because I took arenas really fucking seriously. I was playing, like, the highest I think I ever got in threes was I believe 2,500 arena rating, and in twos I was 2,300, something like that, and then in fives was my lowest. I was right at like 2,000 or 2,050 or something like that. We took that, man. We took that shit so fucking seriously. It was disgusting. Like we initially had a what we call it? We initially had a Holy Paladin for a healer, and then we ended up going to a Resto Druid for just a better comp, and that's when we really took off. But before then, like, we tried to make it work with the Holy Paladin. He didn't want to roll Resto Druid. He wanted to stay Holy Paladin, and it was like, bro, like we need a Resto Druid. It's just gonna work better. It just works better. So, you know, when you're taking shit seriously like that, you got to be willing to play ball and sometimes do things you may not want to do. And if not, then it is what it is. That's why I only enjoy co-op games and Path of Exile. Yeah, I mean that's fine. That's fine. Wrestle Druid, Blood, Death Knight. We actually ran we ran Warrior, Arms Warrior, right? Arms Warrior, right? Two-handed. Yeah, two-handed. Arms Warrior, Enhancement Shaman, Wrestle Druid. That was a motherfucker. A lot of people had trouble countering us. Only against some of the most, like, tanky teams did we have a struggle with, but even then, like, between constant purge spam and being able to remove all kind of debuffs and shit, and me being able to essentially get out of any single crowd control possible, it was just crazy. And then constant interrupts every 5 seconds with wind shear or whatever it was called. It's just impossible for them most of the time. And then obviously, if I had some good Wind Fury procs, it was game over, bro. Dual wield Wind Fury, game over. And then Arms Warriors, obviously, with like execute and shit. If we could just get him close enough to execute, crazy. But in any case, yeah, crazy story. I'm gonna take this video. I'm gonna link it right now in the chat for you guys. If you want to watch it, by all means, please go support this guy. This is Kingsmid video. He has 227,000 subs over on YouTube, and support him to the best of your ability. I'm going to throw it up in Rumble as well, in case you guys want to go check that out. Speaking of Rumble, we got Torino. I'm sorry, not Torino. Trey. Trey with a 10. Never, ever make the autistic research god when she has time on her hands. Those bitches run to OnlyFans when she will be accepted. And then he says for it too, make the autistic god mad. Facts. Grade the Merchant with $1. For context, he was paired with this trash team. After they banned him, this trash team slandered and smeared his character while they were streaming. They are erasing because they got sponsorships. I feel like they should lose them. They should absolutely lose their sponsorships. At least the ones that are related to Marvel Rivals. If you're going to act like this, you're going to play like this in this game, and you're going to smear someone who was absolutely in the right. And even if you disagreed with him, like to make up all that shit after the fact, yeah, it's pretty fucked up, in my opinion. Great the Merchant says also, yes, I'm caught up with the drama. The fallout's still going for the trash team. Hashtag Kingsman wins. Also, hi to all these bitches deserve this fallout. We are striving, kid. Makes sense. Makes sense. On YouTube, we got, let me see. An American 4-5 says, let's hope the combat is crispy and the maidens milky. I agree. If we're talking about Knight's Path, I agree. Thank you for the 5, bro. We got Angel of Destiny 499. Hey, Hypno, sorry to bug you about this. Any updates with the Discord? I miss interacting with y'all outside of YouTube. No updates right now. But thank you for the 499, bro. DJ with a 5832. Holy shit, look at this guy, man. Here we go! Mucha lucha, mucha lucha. It's a way of life. Mucha lucha. He says, would have completed the bar, but Hypno won't say the word, and Sonya's terrible. Damn. Saying Sonya's terrible. That's going far, man. Thank you for the 50. The 5832. I appreciate it, man. Laz Vandalier for the 499. The worst part is Lucy was Kingsman's rank partner. Really? And she backs the. Oh, shit. Damn, I didn't know that. Oh, that is crazy. Wait, so the girl Lucy that was in the stream was his partner? His ranked partner? And she can't sit there and be like, hey, this guy actually knows what he's talking about. Like, let's listen to what he said. Really? Damn, bro. That's rough. Tiger King with a 499. Anyone in 2026 retarded enough to play video games to make money for college has such a distorted mindset. He deserves nothing but the worst in life. I think that's crazy, Tiger King. It's been very proven that there's a lot of money to make in video games, especially now more than ever. Video games are bigger now than they've ever been and are a true business pathway. Now, to be fair, that's not what he's doing to go to college, but it is something that could help him while he's in college, right? So he could have a regular job. He could be doing whatever, or he could be a streamer. Like he makes money streaming. That can help him get through college. But the tournament, that's an extra $40,000, you know? That's an extra 40 grand that he could split. That money, the 3 grand, whatever he was going to make, that can help a lot. I don't think that's fair, bro. Adair Salta with a 5, and Hypno, she was also the team captain of the game Marble Rivals in their group, and it was more videos that were throwing the game on purpose. Bro. So it goes even deeper than what we just saw? That's crazy. Again, I usually don't cover this kind of shit. I just found it very interesting because, again, it's Marble Rivals, so it is gaming related. But, wow. If that's the case, wow. I would not be surprised. Shinphil says the women did lose sponsors and some of those went over to Kingman instead. That's cool. So I'll say that. That's cool. It's crazy because imagine if this was like 2014 or 2015. We all know that it would be hashtag believe all women and Kingsman would be like fully canceled right now. All because a bunch of women complained about him. But unfortunately for them, it's 2026 and that's just not the case anymore. So, or at least not fully anyway. So that's good. I'm glad he's getting support and sponsors for this. I think just based off what I heard, you can clearly see he was the only one that took it seriously, which is so sad. You have an entire team fighting for $40,000. You got one person taking it serious. Crazy, bro. So, all right, we are fully caught up, guys. Thank you so much for the insane support today. I appreciate it. We managed to cover all the topics. Wow, we had a lot of topics that we had to cover today, but we managed to cover all of them. We're going to have some fun at the Waifu Battle right now. If you guys are not going to join us for the Waifu Battle, I appreciate you. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us today. And again, if you are in the path of this snowstorm that apparently is hitting half the country, please make sure you be safe during that time. Buckle up, bundle up, make sure you got all your resources and everything that you possibly need. Sincerely, I don't want nothing bad happening to you guys. In the meantime, let's have some fun in the Waifu Battle, and we're going to close out the stream after that. So let's go. All right, boys. The Waifu Battle is here. Now, if you guys missed the last Waifu Battle, we crowned a brand new champion. And that brand new champion is none other than the one and the only Rangiku, ladies and gentlemen. Looking pretty good. Not a bad win, if I do say so myself. But before we do any of that and bring out the challenger, let's go over the rules of engagement. Rule number 1, all super chats during the Waifu Battle can and will count towards a particular waifu, but the only way that they are going to count is if you put the name of the waifu in the super chat first. You got to put the name first. If you do not put the name of the waifu in the super chat first, then it will not count. It doesn't matter how big they are. If you super chat after the fact, and you put the name of the waifu that you forgot to put the first time first, then I will make it count. Rule number 2, you could vote for any waifu regardless of who's on the screen. It doesn't matter. You could vote for the champion who is Rangiku, or you could vote for the challenger who you're about to find out It does not matter who's on screen at the time. Last but not least, after the second waifu comes off screen, I'm going to do a 30-second countdown. After that 30-second countdown, no more super chats are going to count. It doesn't matter how big they are. The last super chat that shows up on my screen is going to be the one that counts. So please, if you are going to vote, vote early and vote hard, ladies and gentlemen. Do we understand the rules? I know we don't. You know we don't. We all know you don't. It's okay. I forgive you. All right, boys. Listen. I decided to bring back a certain waifu for this glorious Friday. I decided to bring back a glorious waifu that has been, well, her video game has been discussed quite often over the last few days. And I figured, since we've been talking a lot about World of Warcraft, I thought to myself, was there any waifus that have won quite a bit in the waifu battle that I could bring back for this Friday? And lo and behold, there was one. All right, boys. The challenger that's going to go up against Rangiku is going to be none other than the one and the only Sylvanas Windrunner. Ladies and gentlemen, let's start the clock and let's see who is going to win. The names are on the bottom. We got Sylvanas is back, ladies and gentlemen. She is back. The elf chick from WoW, John D describes her as. And she is somebody who has won quite a bit in the past. So let's see if she's capable of doing it again. We got Deadeye's Lock with a 2 out here, starting us off on Rumble for Rangiku. Shout out to Deadeye's Lock. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. And then Trey Burkhalter with a 2 says, fuck your rules. Jada. Really? Really? Oh my God. Tiger King says, who is this? How do you not know who Sylvanas Windrunner is? Come on, bro. This is for the World of Warcraft fans. If there's any of you out there watching tonight, you know exactly who this is. Ron DFK with a 2. Amelie, Knight's Path or Knight's Path? Snail Gary. Thank you, Ron. Toxin with a 269. Sylvanas Windrunner for the whore knee. That's crazy, bro. Toxin always stay gooning. Gray Soul with a 2 says Sylvanas, even though I'm not a necrophile. It's okay. For this scenario, we can consider her to be not dead. It's fine. Don't worry about it. It's all good. Oh, man. You guys are crazy. We got Dragon with a 2 says Rangiku, Big Mama. This is pretty close so far. Small votes, but still pretty close so far. It's all depending on how much people like Sylvanas Windrunner. She won for quite a while. She had a pretty decent streak one time, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. So I wouldn't underestimate her. Sylvanas is nice, for sure, in my opinion anyway. Torinol says power goes out. 1, locate candles. 2, locate paraffin stoves. 3, settle in for indoor camping. Sounds about right, man. Sounds about right. I do hope that people do not lose power. That would suck. Jess Stafford for $9.99 for Sylvanas. Let's fucking go. There we go. Sylvanas is out of the ban territory. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate it. And she's in the lead now. Thank you. Thank you. That's how you do it, man. That's a World of Warcraft fan right there, I'm assuming. And then we got Randall for a 5 says Rangiku, me like. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Thank you so much, man. Not bad. Not bad. This is a pretty interesting waifu battle. Pretty close. Tiger King says, you didn't see this, but I meant going to communist training. That is college these days is general or is degenerate behavior or degenerate behavior. Why are her eyebrows spikes? Listen, that's just how it is, man. That's how the blood elves are. That's how the elves are in general, but the blood elves especially. They have very long eyebrows. So there you go. Rangiku's almost safe. I think she's like $1 short from being safe or something like that. Maybe 2. All right, boys. Sylvanas is coming off screen. And now it is time. It is time for the current Waifu Battle champion, who is none other than Rangiku, ladies and gentlemen. Let's start the clock and let's see who is going to win. Is it going to be Sylvanas or is it going to be Rangiku? Let us know. Dragon with a 2. Sylvanas almost sounds like Cervantes. You don't say. Mr. Melancholy with a 2 says Rangiku and her coconuts will make you a sandwich. Pretty much. Radoka with a 2. Pandanotic, I know the rules and how this works. You clearly know the rules. Just a forward for a 15 months. I'm surprised you didn't use Meth Venus from the BFA trailer. Yeah, no, I did not. Trey Burkhalter for a $20 banger over on Rumble says fine. How about Chromie? Hey, yo. Still, fuck your rules. YouTube keeps fucking me on Super Chats. Yeah, I'm not surprised. YouTube is going to ban you. Over on Rumble. I appreciate that. And then Ali Kusanagi with a 5 for Rangiku over on YouTube. I think that puts her in the lead. Just barely, but I think that puts her in the lead. Blackguard says, enjoying my -2 degree night, -20 with the wind chill. Oh my God, bro. Seriously? Damn, Blackguard. Yo, stay warm, bro. Stay warm, bro. Holy shit. That's crazy. Hey, Trey, Toxin said if you want your super chats back, you gotta fuck for it. Oh, man. Dragon with a 2 for Rangiku for this one pick. I'm saying mama. Thank you, Dragon. I appreciate that. Oh, I'm still laughing from what Toxin said. That was funny. That song has become way too loved, man. That is so funny. So far, very close. Kurakami says, fantastic pick. Thank you. Thank you, Kurakami. I appreciate that. Sonia says pretty much the same. So Sonia's freezing her ass off too. Damn. That's cold, man. -30, 20 degrees or 30 degrees. Oh, that's rough. Jason Altor says that song could be added to anything. Yes, it can, which is why I'm assuming why people love it so much. Old Man Kaz says temperature here in Texas is 40 and it's raining. When we hit 30 and all that rain is going to freeze, going to be fun tomorrow. Oh, man. That is not going to be fun, dude. And that's why I say, man, people really should stay home. But I understand some people don't really have a choice. But talking about going out there and freezing rain and shit, it's going to be crazy. It's amazing how people just become retarded when it comes, like, people are already retarded to driving in regular weather. The moment you add any kind of ailment to it, all of a sudden people just become extra retarded. Trey says for a 5, nah, I'm good. Too much bitching for me. Thank you, Trey. I appreciate that. Old Man Cass says I have my big bag of salt ready. Good, as long as you have a little bit. It's going to be the 30s tomorrow here in Texas, says Mr. Melancholy. It's fucking cold, bro. But that's nothing like -20. The people who are experiencing -20, -30, oh. Sunrise here in Wisconsin this morning was -20, -50 wind chill, but we didn't have the snow and ice. Really, Tower of Flints. Holy shit. Dude, -50. Oh, my God. All right, boys. It's time for the final countdown. Who is going to win? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. The last super chat that is going to count is DJ for $100 Red Boy Hyperbanger and says Sylvanas because Paizuri is a thing and I hate the chat. Vengeance for Aerith. It should have been Rengiku, morons. Bro. Oh my God, man. This guy's the ultimate fucking troll, I swear. Just afford for a $19.99 also for Sylvanas as well. Right before that. Damn, man. Got 2 massive chair shots for Sylvanas. Shout out to DJ and Just Afford for those. I appreciate that, man. Holy shit. Let's play a clip for DJ and then Sonya count it up. Here we go.
All right, boys, it's another Red Boy Hyper Banger. Let's bring the ladies in.
Shout out to DJ. $100 Red Boy Hyper Banger. Chair shot and all. I appreciate that. Of course, insane. Twisted Master with a 2 at DJ. It's called Allspark. LOL. Damn. He's calling you out, DJ. He's calling you out. All right, let's feed the ducks. Let's feed the ducks while Sonya counts everything up. But I am pretty sure we all know who won at this point. Man, what a chair shot. Oh, Sonya's got the numbers already. Let's go. Hold on. Turn off the music. Turn off the music. Yep. That's about right. At least she's not getting banned. Rengiku at $18.44 against Sylvanas at $136.67, which means the winner and the new Waifu Battle champion is none other than the one and the only Sylvanas, ladies and gentlemen. Damn, bro. Blowout. Let's do it one more time, ladies and gentlemen. One more time. There might be a little coping and seating today. I don't really think there's a massive amount, though.
You are coping and seething. You just can't accept what you're seeing. Yes, you're coping and seething. The truth is scalding, and now you are molding and coping so hard. Coping and seething.
And that's going to be it for the Waifu Battle, ladies and gentlemen. Sylvanas is going to go backstage. She will face off against another waifu this coming Sunday, Hypnocast, 9 p.m. Do not miss it, ladies and gentlemen. Do not miss it. Torinol with a 10 on Rumble says, Hypnotica, keep the dream alive. Oh, man, she deserves so much better, Torinol. She really did, man. She really, really did. But you know what? She gave it a good shot for her first try. I'll take that as a win. We'll take it as a win. All right, guys. Shout out to you guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with us today. Don't forget, tomorrow is SNH at 8 p.m. Come hang out with us tomorrow for the panel. We might be doing SNH plays tomorrow. We're trying to set that up to see if it's something we might be able to do. So stick around for that announcement if we do decide to do it. That'll be awesome. Trey with a 5 on Rumble says, fine, my final vote goes to Ilaria Windrunner, bro. He's voting for everybody else except for who he's supposed to vote for. Of course. Anyway, thank you, Trey. I appreciate that. Shout out to everybody for liking, commenting, spamming the chat, super chatting, gifting memberships, everything. I appreciate it. Thank you for helping us hit our tiers as always. And shout out to the Hypno Mod, Sonia, for doing what she does every single day. Appreciate you as well. We are out. We are done. We are gone. And I will see you guys tomorrow for SNH at 8 p.m. Until then, go be bigots and go be gooners. Bye.
I am not gay. I have relationships with women and sex with men. And I got news for you. That means you gay.
Poor kids are just as bright and just as talented as white kids.
Her dog, or her cat, was named Vagina.
At the touch of the black man, I bring life. I bring life. I bring life. I bring life. I bring life.